sort of attention to that. They've already gotten Xavi to keep his eye on mid. Emin's considering a move back towards B, but Yudo still doing as much as he can. He's getting up close now as well. Could crawl into Wentz, maybe find the timing.
There's the info.
Yeah, there comes the flash on B main though. Next he's gonna go down. Couldn't find the proper fight, and Kelly snaps on Mosier as well. And one by one, it's gonna be the bricks falling the way.
Comeback हो गया क्या?
As they build the perfect architectural piece here of this round.
Top fragger over 4 now, so 48 HP. Gotta always be a difficult one, as Papi can rely upon that star on the spike in case it does come into play. But the little later lurk that won't be spotted out by the drone jar. He first has to dispatch of Papi to even get a chance.
Yo, वापिस हाँ अरे दोस्त का फंक्शन में गया था तो लेट हो गया मैं.
And the time's just ticked away.
Yeah, he just needs to hope that he can probably drop a couple of weapons here, but GE not even going in his general direction. They're all just gonna head out from mid. Just probably gonna have to.
आज भी जाना है. जाके आया अभी और रात को है 6:30 बजे.
Sure I think he does.
वरना मैं इससे तो मिस कर दिया स्टार्टिंग के 9 राउंड 18 राउंड. कैसे तुम मैच देख रहे थे? अरे वो जैन है और उसकी दीदी वो दीक्षा ले रही है, मतलब वो संन्यास नहीं लेते रहे तो उस चीज का फंक्शन है. तो हाथी घोड़ा और रियली वो निकालते हैं ना मंदिर तक जाते हैं और वो ऊपर से दान देती है, अलग अलग चीजें फेंकती है वो. खुद से खेला नहीं जा रहा तो वॉच पार्टी कर रहा है. मैं खेलेगा, मेरा बस मेंटल मेरा मेंटल बिगड़ा हुआ है.
deficit than an equalization. So really important that, you know, that's one, but also that they mitigate those sort of circumstances as much as possible going into these forward rounds. You don't want to let the time tick down.
Yokum 25-15.
You know, these required items
Yokum bhai to
order. You need to be making sure that bits and pieces of the puzzle are built in certain different locations at the same time.
आज लगता है हांगकांग सर्वर में है क्या मैच? सिंगापुर में.
We did in the pistol.
इनको सिर्फ 40 आ रही है और इनको 20 आ रही है.
Really seen too hard.
Yeah, I know. There is one thing I believe, you know.
Yeah, I know, bro. तू भी ले ले संन्यास. Bro, last option मेरा वही है, संन्यास लेने का.
You know, just deny any control whatsoever.
अगर ये साल नहीं हो तो फिर संन्यास लेना पड़ेगा.
Kind of make global esports find.
But Yokum is
extremities because
popping off, bro.
Through that Viper spit on mid is especially difficult because
second 13 पे.
You have to take to try and chase anybody down.
And with no flash to push through these single extremities as well, if the pit is in mid, it does make it a little bit more difficult. So you're right.
Dual sentinel खेल रहे हैं.
Right now, I mean, they're setting
NAOS ने एक ही sentinel खेला. दो duelist के साथ. ये एक duelist और dual sentinel.
It really comes against this bit of an eco from NAOS that they might just have to respect this spike plant from going on down.
I mean controller. Viper controller. Viper तो controller. My bad. Viper तो sentinel समझ लिया.
Real deep spawn if required too. So this should 100% be around 4.
Oh, crazy!
If you're giving Jar options,
SK रोसी वाली है, स्नाइपर है. अरे वॉल्यूम कम करना था. ये कम ही है. मेरा कान खराब हो गए बे. उधर जो डोल बज रहे थे ना, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है मैं जैसे कोई crazy 4v2. Oh no, bro! नहीं.
Is it against him? Will he get that shot in time? No,
he's defused it.
Oh, it's not
Fuck.
even enough damage for him.
Thrifty.
That is not a round you can lose. Not like this.
Thrifty.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, the pit goes down for Kalias, but the plant isn't on for the back of sight, so it is the ricochet required for Crystal to get that shot.
नहीं गन थी क्या इनके पास?
And I gotta say, a nice shot for
नहीं thrifty था बे.
Finally on the back of bouncing around the blast packs, he gets kill in a little bit of style, but yeah, really those trades to come through.
हेरा फिर कितनी बार भी देखो. पर मेरा कान खराब हो चुका है ब्रो. मेरे को लिटरली जैसे कोई साउंड के पास जाता हूँ ना तो दर्द होने लगता है. रुसिंद्र सेना इज गिफ्टिंग W. मुझे मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा? दे भाई दे.
Global Esports, they're probably keen on right now taking their fight on towards.
दाओ भाई मुझे तो दो.
Mosier's here. The flash is going to
क्या
help.
कब मिलेगा? किसको मिलेगा?
Blind a bunch of players.
एक गया.
Get one and does not get away with it completely because his teammate's going to get out, but he finds a counter trade. A little too ambitious once again there.
सुबह हेरा फेरी 2 देख रहा था, अब हेरा फेरी देख रहा हूँ. आज छुट्टी है क्या तेरी? भाई नाउस से हार जाएंगे. नाउस तो इट्स लाइक टियर 2 टीम में यार. एसएसएन में असेंशन वाली टीम थी. बट नई टीम है ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट और नाउस साथ में कब से खेल रही है. लेकिन ये जो अपना स्मोक कंट्रोलर है और आईजीएल है वो तो नाउस का ही था. पापी मिस कर दिया. अब नहीं करेगा. भाई तू भूल जाता ट्यूसडे को होती है. अच्छा मेरे को इनके जैसा सेटअप करना है. देखो देखो ये माउस ऐसा रख रहे हैं और इनके ऐसा है आगे टेबल पे पूरा हाथ है. ये नाउस 24 पे आ गया, वो 25 पे ही है. कंपटीशन हो रहा है दोनों में ये. और लेकिन ये अपना रेस भाई 12-18-9 पे क्यों बैठा है.
I understand that he's been playing the forefront role. He's been carrying the team so far. He's been getting great entries for some of these rounds. He's been clutching them out as well. But the decision making in the early
HyperX
of these rounds,
pink color
a little bit questionable, needs to be fixed.
What?
And I'm pretty sure Juvi's going to be focusing on that in this little break, the timeout. You can see he's pretty vocal and he's gesticulating what exactly he wants to be translated to his team, because they're kind of falling apart at the moment. No real those set executes that they had in the first couple of rounds, just not visible right now. They're going a little bit more for information.
That's the thing I wanted to highlight right now as well. When you come in with a full new roster,
लेकिन ये रेजर ही लग रहा है, ये HyperX नहीं है.
You're going to have unknown strategies, right? Those are the strategies that teams usually don't have counters for or adjustments for immediately. It takes a couple of rounds to recognize that. And that's the scenario we're seeing right now. NAOS have had that breathing room by the half that they found at 8-4 to have this recovery, figure out the strengths of their opponents, and then look to close it. So, right effort from Global to come out with, something that they feel comfortable, new initiative. But we are also seeing some brilliance from NAOS to early recognize what Global
कुछ ज़्यादा डैमेज पड़ गया. शील्ड भी गई.
Close out the map. Now the Viper's pick goes in through towards mid. No flash to break in towards this B site where you're going to try and bust in yet again. Jar operator.
लेकिन स्मोक में जगह रह गया. ऐसा क्यों?
At least Global don't give him that chance now.
Yeah, the Viper's pit is not going to help them. They're going to have to.
उसने मिड पे अल्ट क्यों मारी वाइपर ने?
Kind of actually find a backstab, but they're going to be finding him themselves on towards mid. He's not going to connect to Sheriff. It's going to be Nexi.
वाइपर ने मिड पे अल्ट क्यों मारी?
Two different angles of flank as well that could potentially be coming in, but no, now it's actually rotated back.
3 मैच होना चाहिए. हाँ ब्रो इंटेंशन तो मजा आएगी. 3 मैच होंगे तो.
Look at who's come out. Patrick Koo, the blind's going to actually help him. Evan takes him out. Poppy gets one. Killias follows it up, and on the side they're going to keep themselves busy. The paint show not going to
रीटेक ले लेंगे. नाउस रीटेक ले लेंगे. पर टाइमिंग का मेरे को डर लग रहा है. टाइमिंग कम है. टाइम कम पुश करना होगा ब्रो. पुश. Come on, one more. शॉट ले बे. One more. स्टिक कर. Oh! क्रिस्टल बाय W क्रिस्टल. लेकिन वो इधर क्यों नहीं आया? वो आगे क्यों पुश किया? उसको देख वो किधर से आया? उधर से आया.
I mean, at that point in time as well, it is a moment of everybody be quiet. Let me hear footsteps. Let me hear positioning.
ये राज भी उसके साथ चला गया.
You know that there's so many angles that now start.
Crazy भाई 10-11 neck to neck चल रहा है ये तो.
The end when that spike goes down, but very nicely done from Crystal to pull that one through to keep it from moving to an overtime spot.
ये लोग सेज नहीं खेलते. अपने तो कॉम्पी में आते तो सेज लेते मिड बॉल करने के लिए.
Once again, he hears the camera, knows he doesn't need to overextend a little bit. Now they start to put him more on a forward line. There's a full rotation from Global over to this A side of the map as well.
एक सेकंड वाइपर सेंटिनल कंट्रोलर है.
Know that there's this line that Jar is still holding.
तो वो विदाउट सेंटिनल खेला ना उसने. ये मैप
at least it'll be gorgeous.
Yeah, now they know there's two players here up close and personal. Good amount of utility deployed by Global Esports, but once again, no utility being set up for Patrick there. I think
बहुत health खा गई साइफर की.
Even the fast lane to get himself the cover he needs to kind of isolate that
He's going for the neural.
towards Cubby. Yep.
ये रोटेट मारेंगे?
Left is going to give them so much information.
नहीं, पुश कर रहे हैं.
Only one guarding there. Next
अच्छा,
one,
ओह!
comes through. Kelly is working on the back of it. Finds the 3 and it's going to be the IG.
Double ult.
Leading from the front this round. He wants his team to
Ooh.
win this game no matter what.
No, 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 no!
With the knife, with the flash is all in his hand. A little too complacent and not expecting somebody.
क्योंकि वाइपर से मिड कंट्रोल पूरा कर सकते हैं.
In a 1v2.
अच्छा.
Yeah. Very doable actually as well if you can isolate two of these kills.
नेक्स्ट से निकाल सकता है. ना अरे सामने क्रिस्टल है. क्रिस्टल का एम बहुत अच्छा है. क्रिस्टल का एम बहुत अच्छा है.
They can use it a little bit later. He's actually already got it too, so it does come down to the timing now.
It's the one.
Oh!
It's a Nexi! Oh my god! It's actually a horrible
तुम नहीं मान रहे.
mistake there. I'm
अरे
not
भाई आज मैं फंक्शन में गया तो जस्ट अभी आया है डायरेक्ट. भाई सच बता रहा हूँ 2 दिन फंक्शन था दोस्त का. अगर नहीं जाता ना तो वो नाराज हो जाता, गुस्सा हो जाता. मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता ब्रो. अब मैं क्या करूँ?
I am actually really surprised at that end by process of elimination, by pieces of utility that they have thrown there, that they don't choose to double swing together for a bit of a ramp peak. Or a bit of a rafters peak.
वो लास्ट वीडियो में अच्छा भी आया, I know.
And is able to find both of those.
But sometimes कुछ अटेंड करना पड़ता है. मैं मोस्ट अभी रिकॉर्ड कर और कल अपलोड कर देना.
Really big mistake in decision making of positioning post plan.
शाम को वापस जाने का है.
On rounds before, but now
लास्ट वीडियो ठीक चला. ठीक नहीं बढ़िया चला. 1K गया. मतलब
attempt now once again on that B site. Once again trying to maybe set up Patrick here, and Mosier has been spotted. It has to be finished off, but they don't check him.
GG. GG bro. It's all over.
Everything. He's gonna be stopped with his own in his hand, but it's all on to Yudo, and he will be thrown to the bits as well. It's gonna be NAOS winning the first map 13-10, and Global Esports. Man, that must have been a hard pill to swallow after what just happened.
Yeah, I mean, you look towards those ending spots as well, and it's another situation.
Typical
of,
Global
we've got a strategy
Esports.
that we haven't deployed just yet. For now, so it's elevating a player.
यार अभी benefit of doubt दे सकते हैं क्योंकि नई टीम है. ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस नहीं हुई. ये कह सकते हैं. और तो क्या बोले? मैं तो VCT में परफॉर्म करने का है. VCT में परफॉर्मेंस सही है.
8 kills when we're highlighting him midway through the second half. He's really being punished time and time again. Yeah, he's dancing around with a lot of this utility on the raise kit, but he's not getting successful in a lot of those kills. Really stepped up toward the later stages, so great for him. But it feels like Uni in this new map, new.
क्या हम सच में T1 है? पर अभी benefit of doubt दे सकते हैं कि प्रैक्टिस नहीं है ज़्यादा और तो क्या बोले?
You've got a lot of weaknesses that you want to try.
जैसे नाउस के ये 5 प्लेयर नेक्स्ट ने आया है. पहले पापी था नाउस में.
Also, I mean, you're now mapped down in this best of 3.
तो इनकी सिनर्जी है.
Yeah, you got to have a bit of a
और क्या
competition
बोले?
to figure out how to answer back, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that NAOS are not going to be backing down this little boost that they've gotten in the last 2 rounds, especially with the fact that they've gotten a clutch off of Nexi, and they're going to be pushing that to the next map to
इन लोगों ने 8 9 10 11 प्लांट किए और इन लोगों ने 3 4 5 6 7 ही प्लांट कर पाए. इन लोगों ने 11 प्लांट किए 12 में से 11 प्लांट किए. एंट्री हर बार मिल रही थी इनको, लेकिन इनके पास तो सेंटिनल भी था और वाइपर और सेंटिनल होने के बाद भी मैं डिफेंस देखा नहीं. इन्होंने डिफेंस में क्या किया? कुछ नहीं. यू रियली एक्सपेक्ट देम टू विन? मतलब दिस ईयर आई एक्सपेक्ट कि वो बेटर परफॉर्म करेंगे. यहाँ हो नहीं रहा VCT में, पता नहीं क्या ही करेंगे.
even that
एक्सिस तो
doesn't
जब से
matter
खेल रहे
because
तब से
if
चल
you're
रहा है,
playing
keep
2v1,
fighting, never
what he
winning.
did, not caring about not watching a particular
Bro.
open part of the map when in a post plan situation.
ए गाइस डिफेंस में क्या हुआ? मैं डिफेंस देखा नहीं.
Yeah, I mean,
which kind of broke them.
12 में से 11
I'll
प्लांट
carry on
हुए.
towards that as well with Patrick Hu, right? Ending the half.
Fuck bro. लेट्स सी ट्विटर पे देखते हैं लोग भर रहे हैं कि नहीं भर रहे. यार मेरे को वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करने का है यार. ये देखो मेरा दूसरा चैनल चला. गोटी किस गेम को मिलेगा? हेल टाइवर्स आई थी पर इतनी नहीं. ब्लैक मिथ वुकोंग को मिलेगा. ब्लैक मिथ वुकोंग. स्नेजी जोन नहीं पर रुद्राक्स गेमिंग. ये 1K गया. ये 2K गया. They are including DLCs now in GOTY. तो एल्डन रिंग एस्ट्रोबोट को मिलेगा. देख यार एस्ट्रोबोट गेम अच्छी है, फन गेम है, बट जिस टाइप की गेम है ना कैटेगरी में, आई विल से इस टाइप की गेम को कभी गोटी नहीं मिल सकता. इंडी गेम टाइप मतलब जैसे तुझे नहीं पसंद 2.5D 2D वो 2D और 2.5D टाइप की गेम जिसमें मार करके निकलने का होता है, एस्केप करना होता है, तो उस टाइप की गेम को और जैसे एस्ट्रोबोट टाइप गेम को कभी गोटी नहीं मिल सकता. हाँ लुक्स अमेजिंग, पर उस टाइप की गेम को कभी गोटी नहीं मिलेगा. फन है बहुत, बट तू गोटी देख ले. देख ले बाल्डर्स गेट, ठीक है. ये कौन सी गेम है? इसको क्यों गोटी मिला? ब्रिटिश वाली को नहीं. कौन सा वाला होता है? ये भी नहीं. द गेम्स अवार्ड होता है ना. गेम्स अवार्ड ही होता है ना. वैम्पायर सर्वाइवल मस्त गेम है. अच्छा ब्रिटिश वालों ने दिया. अबे ब्रिटिश की गेम थी क्या ये? द गेम्स अवार्ड, ठीक है. सो BG3 एल्डन रिंग, इट टिक टूज, लास्ट ऑफ अस, सेकिरो, गॉड ऑफ वॉर, द लेजेंड ऑफ जेल्डा, ओवरवॉच, विचर 3, ड्रैगन एज इंक्रीज. खाली एक इट टेक टूज ही है उस टाइप की गेम. इन सब में खाली एक इट टेक टूज ही है उस टाइप की गेम. हेडीज द गेम्स डेवलपर चॉइस अवार्ड. सब अपने हिसाब से देते. देखे जैसे जापान गेम है तो इधर मॉन्स्टर हंटर राइज बहुत चलती है तो उसको दिया. सबका अलग अलग है भाई गेम में. ये तो 2013 में खत्म हो गया था. इसने फाइनल फैंटेसी 14 को दिया. वाह. साइकोनॉट्स 2 को दिया गेम ऑफ द ईयर. ये एक ऐसी गेम है, इसको क्यों गेम ऑफ द अवार्ड दिया? व्हाट द फक. किसी को कुछ भी दे रहे हैं। द गेम्स अवार्ड, चलो भाई वोट करते हैं। वोट करने का ऑप्शन नहीं है क्या? अच्छा वो तो स्टीम अवार्ड का होता है, ठीक है। नॉमिनीज, एनिमल वेल, कहाँ है वो? इसमें तो नहीं है। ये ओवरवेलमिंग पॉजिटिव, व्हाट द फक। अच्छा उसकी तरह है, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, अरे वो सब सट्टा वट्टा खेलते हैं ना वेबसाइट पे, लेकिन ये फ्री है। क्या बोलते हैं उस वेबसाइट को बे, सब जगह प्रमोशन होता रहता है उसका। अच्छा ये सही है, सही डिसीजन है। अरे वो ग्रीन कलर का क्या है, जहाँ पे सब सट्टा खेलते हैं, सब प्रमोट करते हैं, ड्रेक और एक सब, तो उधर ऐसी गाइड आती रहती है ना इस टाइप की, ऐसे ये मल्टीप्लाई होता रहता है। एक्सक्यूसिव बहुत खेलता है भाई, सट्टेबाज बन चुका है वो।
You damn well have a good reason as to why.
I am chronicle alcoholic brother.
There's absolutely an argument that we did see in the beginning of that half on that attacking side for global. They come out with a great amount of rounds.
G lost.
Rounds that looked pretty
तो रो क्यों रहा है?
As your strategies are up on a new composition, as soon as your opponents know what's happening and they can figure out that weakness, that's where things can crumble a little bit. So I think to a degree, okay, Juvenile's recognizing
Groom plays sex tape of cheating wife during the wedding.
Lineup went towards split, but maybe it is. What do they kind of think about
Stellar Blade, उसके तो ग्राफिक्स जोरदार है।
फेक आईडी थी जिससे वो मुझे फॉलो करते थे। उस फेक आईडी से उन्होंने मेरी बिकनी में पिक्चर्स देखी एंड दैट पर्सन कॉल्ड माय मॉम एंड टोल्ड हर कि तुम्हारी बेटी ब्रा और पैंटी में फोटो डाल रही है। बिकनी में नहीं, ब्रा और पैंटी में। मेरे एक रिश्तेदार ने मेरी मम्मी को कॉल करके कहा है कि मैं ब्रा और पैंटी में फोटो डाल रही हूँ, तो मेरी मम्मी को लग रहा है कि मैं मियां खलीफा बन चुकी हूँ। वुड लाइक टू टेल यू कि मेरी गांड कैसे लगी। मेरे किसी एक रिश्तेदार के पास फेक आईडी थी जिससे वो मुझे फॉलो करते थे। उस फेक आईडी से उन्होंने मेरी बिकनी में पिक्चर्स देखी एंड दैट पर्सन कॉल्ड माय मॉम एंड टोल्ड हर कि तुम्हारी बेटी ब्रा और पैंटी में फोटो डाल रही है। बिकनी में नहीं, टेल यू कि मेरी गांड कैसे लगी। मेरे
ये देखा,
बंद करो बंद करो बंद करो बंद करो दो
जब गरीब आदमी का कोई नहीं है दीदी, आपसे
हाथ नहीं मैडम, हाथ नहीं मैडम।
That was funny. ये कोई जी को कुछ बोल नहीं रहा क्या? एनिमल वेल डेंजर, इसको कब मैंने फॉलो किया? अभी मैंने इसको कब फॉलो किया? कौन है ये? कुछ है ही नहीं, किसने ट्वीट ही नहीं किया। 9 सोल्स खेलना बाकी है भाई, वो तो बहुत फेमस है भाई, वो तूने अभी तक कैसे नहीं खेली?
You know, he mentioned it. I had a conversation with Juvie as well. You know, just a couple of days ago. He did mention that when they were practicing up first, when the team was just coming up, into the boot camp, and they're just finding out what's working, what's not working. He did mention that scaling and positioning was something that they were finding troubles with, and it's still something that they're actively trying to fix. It's actively being worked upon, but it's not been a problem so far. Like example here, this round, right? Scaling and positioning. Once again, awareness of the fact that there's nobody in screens.
नहीं है, मैं मेरे तो स्टीम पे रिकमेंड में आता रहता है वो, मेरे स्टीम पेज में वो रिकमेंड में आता रहता है 9 सोल्स। स्टॉकर 2 आ रही है भाई, कल आ रही है स्टॉकर 2। क्या है टॉप सेलर? ₹570। स्टॉकर 2 एंड सराउंडेड अभी भी टॉप सेलर है। फैक्टरी टॉप सेलर में, व्हाट द फक? एस्ट्रोनीर, फॉक्स होल, पैसे नहीं दिए होंगे। थिएटर को ओवरवेलमिंग पॉजिटिव मिला है। Concord egg. Concord is game of the year, bro. No one can beat Concord. ये क्या एपिक ऑटो टावर? अब करेंगे। मैं चलो गया।
Aggressive already towards mid. Global Esports, returning in kind here. It's going to be a trade 1-for-1. Crystal's going to get back Shah's favor there. As it's going to be Patrick who deals up another. Crystal finding another. And it seems like this round will just end up in towards mid. Okay then, all right. It seems like everybody just wanted to take a little bit of a, the warm-up round towards mid.
No strategy on that one. Just guns up, shoot down mid. Everybody get a piece of the pie, and Bob's your uncle. Have a good day.
Cypher, Sova, Neon.
Feels like global elite. Global elite
only difference is
having the right.
इन्होंने वापिस dual
and just shooting. I mean, there's
duelist लिया। पिछले मैच में भी duelist खेले थे। ये मैप में भी duelist खेल रहे हैं। ये global sport double initiator कर रहे हैं।
2, maybe 3 players towards mid, but then everybody else kind of just came into the party and joined and say, hey, I want a piece of cake. But Nexi, this time it turns a favor. Okay, back again towards mid we go. It seems like here, guys.
इससे बच के रहना होगा.
No B.
ये मीड में बैठा है.
They both dinked him with a classic.
ये मारेगा किसी को.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really unfortunate.
Bro.
John's not been detected, by the way. Back they go, a triple swing, but Poppy takes out 3 of them, and the remaining 2 are still here as well.
अबे यार उसको पुश करने देना था यार उसका ये पोजीशन का अच्छे से फायदा ही नहीं कर पाए.
And Shaw could pick up 1, maybe 2. Yeah.
हाँ, some नहीं 99%.
The gun retrieval. The gun retrieval is an interesting one, but it's a bit of a safer plant given the scenario. A little bit more open. The door is closed. Moja, you are lucky to be alive for the time being. And if I'm Crystal, I'm thinking, okay, I should probably actually disconnect from the action right now. Even though 3 versus 2, and that's exactly why. Because there was guns down in mid, and you're challenging back towards the same spot. You can activate the double tap now as well as Jar, and this is really risky. He's still 1 versus 2 winnable.
Yeah.
Time.
Jar's got a shield up. Needs to be a little quick about it though. He's gonna lose it in just about a second, and the minute he loses it, he still gets 1 though. This fight, Kelly will take it and win it, and they're really scrappy. Once again, that mid brawl ending up to be pretty favorable for now as they find 4. But Global Esports, 3 of them had pistols, so I wouldn't say it's completely lost on them, but it still is an investment that they're gonna have to commit.
It's another costly secondary round though for these teams. Like, what did we see on the second round?
Expensive round, of course. 4 log mare.
4 coming on through over to the side of Global, so that makes things really.
Ab G na half bike here.
Bonus rounds, although I will also add another caveat that the bonus rounds have been won already. So we'll see if Global Esports can double down on it. Though Sunset plays a bit differently to split. It's a full layering up together with the team scaling.
Flank पे नहीं जा रहे पे.
And you're gonna have a really strong hold at the moment.
Full push कर रहे हैं.
Cypher and Sova playing in towards market.
Yeah, they've set up Patrick to go deep in towards this side. They're gonna get the plant down. This is a heavy marketplace so that they can have a little bit of space for retake. It seems that's the kind of setup that they've done for NAOS here. Well, he's
push मत करना.
Stop him! I'm not sure why Patrick decided to go into that smoke. He could have played a little bit more safer, play on the back of his teammate's utility if at all anything was possible for him. But he's given up his life there. Just had a Bucky. Flash is great. It's not going to help too much, although the fights are not coming through. The tap on the spike comes in. A lot of
Gay.
And the stick
Gay.
there. Emmon's going to keep it going, and Emmon's going to find it all the way through. Now it's fine. And honestly,
CS:GO
the fact that, you know, Chaudhary and Nexi did not at all push out smoke, no matter what, because they had that, you know, control in the fact that we're gonna hold market, we're gonna keep it as retake position, and this is where we're gonna attack at the next site.
There's good patience from them, all things considered, and I'm looking towards the ending scenario there for Crystal. Yeah, the right recon but bolts to go, you know, in main in towards the site. But the fact that the dark cover was the one-way dark cover as well, I think actually off-puts the crosshair correct position.
Storing cool dry.
If that actually was the outcome at
hygienic place.
As he started to get
fridge में रखनी पड़ेगी ना मुझे.
However, Uni, as Valorant is, and Valorant should be.
Yeah, बाहर खराब हो जाएगी.
Round, which is the bonus does
cool और dry लिखा है.
Gets the guns, and you're gonna ground
dry, hygienic place
towards the B site. Though actually this time locked out by the utility.
Nexi just keeping a keen eye towards mid as well. He's got the tripwire there, but Udo once again continuing that streak from the previous game, getting himself found out pretty early.
ये इतना push क्यों कर रहा है?
Into the game that he's, you know, going in for his lurch pretty deep, and okay, Mojo.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Okay, finds a double. That's a big kill, and there he goes. Kelly versus Ja. It's gonna be interesting kill, and it's gonna be Ja ready for it no matter what. The spike's been dropped as well towards A main, and Global Esports, they are getting outplayed here. Both sides of the map that they try to, you know, kind of take control upon. B, they give an initial contact, didn't really get much out of it. Again, what he mentioned in the previous game, Komodo, the rotations. You know, a little bit of misinformation to rotate back again, and they reposition, not expecting somebody to be up close and personal from NAOS.
I mean, Papi doesn't have from the shadows either, so had to make the marathon journey to pick up the spike. Single dark cover, and you know together as now playing into a retake. Let him go for the plant, even shuffle up a couple of your feet to try and scare him when you go for the plant. But now the jig is up. This man can come through. They're just going to come together as a unit, and great dart placement at the end. Really well done to equalize from NAOS.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight commences.
Well, it's gonna be a second for NAOS here. Global Esports put down to an eco now, and they've got just a bunch of sheriffs to play with. They do have the ability to set up Patrick once again with the overdrive, if at all, you know, he's allowed to put up that aura towards B main, which of course in the previous game
Mid पूरा खाली छोड़ा है.
The problem with going for the overdrive in a situation like this
Mid
is
पे सिर्फ खाली कैमरा है.
consider what utility your teammates can buy as well. If they need their standard set of utility to assist you going on in, they're
इनको पता है ये mid नहीं आएंगे.
Are equipped into the next round if you do lose, and if you're playing for others, that is a very real scenario. So yeah, you can get his ult, but it might not even be a premium to try and use it if you're not getting an opening kill or two first.
इन्होंने देखो क्या किया. स्टार्टिंग में 10 सेकंड रहे साइड पे. अगर फास्ट एंट्री हो तो ठीक है, अगर 10 सेकंड में नहीं है तो वापस मिड पे आ गया ये.
In numbers for Global Esports, and only using that ult if they get a kill or can guarantee to get a kill on an upgrade to help.
ये मारेगा.
He expected here. He was looking in his direction, Yuratan, but was not ready for the fact that he had to face spots. The B main push as well. They're making them uncomfortable. Now it's pushing every nuke in corner.
Yeah.
Look at Shaw, dude. He's just going around the map. Knife out in the hand at the last second. Got a scare there, but puts on his shield back up again. It's gonna be now Patrick to try and delete him off the server.
Oh, that's all.
Nice blind.
Not gonna help you, my friend. Mosher is gonna help in setting up the party, and Towels is gonna be an absolute graveyard. Global Esports, the game plan just kind of fell apart because of Jaw's run in towards, kind of walking towards mid. Went into Tiles, finds Yuratan, goes back towards B, finds another. He was given basically 3 rings of roam wherever he wants.
And that's exactly my little problem that I'm highlighting in the scenario as well.
मेरी और
if you're
गेम की वॉल्यूम सही आ रही है ना?
at a deficit
क्या कम ज़्यादा करूँ?
there are too many angles that you have to look after if you are Patrick. I mean, you see him dashing around. You see the team of now.
Wall damage दे रहा था अल्ट में.
Get in the dirty.
अल्ट में wall damage दे रहा था.
Just to dispatch of him. So
जैसे बुलेट स्प्रे नहीं करते wall के through.
Scenario to be popping an ult like that, where had you hold it, could have been a massive instigator in towards the site.
Yeah.
वापस मिड नहीं ले रहे.
A little bit more quicker this time. Yeah, they've gone backside, but there's a trip party to stop him there. He's gonna spot it. He knows it's there.
ट्रिपर अच्छा है.
A little bit more patience. Nexi laying in that smoke. He does have support.
पीछे से खेलने के लिए ट्रिपर लगा रखा है.
Comes up to the smoke. Here comes Hunter's Fury and the slide out. He does get the one, but it's gonna be Ja to trade back down again. Kelly keeping the numbers intact for his team as they now put themselves in the 3v2. Make that a 3v1. A great pickoff once again from Patrick. He did have support.
Nice round, bro. Nice G.
Finish things off. Global Esports turn up the pace.
मेरे को तो दग हो रहा है.
Yeah, in towards the site this time and being patient as well to not overexert themselves into
जीत सकती है क्योंकि
opposing Cypher does put on down.
दोनों के प्लेयर के हिसाब से देखने जाए ना.
From Crystal finding Nexi,
एजेंट के हिसाब से.
Team to just frolic around the site. No real massive overextension from them, and even
गेम चेंजर में सब टीम ने डुअल इनिशिएटर खेला था ये मैप पे और ब्रीच तो था ही था डुअल इनिशिएटर.
Timeout come on through. I also want to highlight just
Sova to break the trips और ब्रीच फ्लैश और वो सब देने के लिए.
We've been seeing space together that he finds with a player on the team. So yeah, it doesn't translate.
टीम पे भी डिपेंड करता है वो कैसे खेलते हैं.
But his teammates have been, you know, safeguarded by his presence to then find those kills and have impact.
Yeah, you know, his paranoia has been pretty great as well to clear off, especially on that B side left, you know, on the left box corner. He's been able to paranoia every single time, and that clears out so much space because, you know, they just cannot sit there because the market push out comes at the same time to clear.
ये इधर से तीनों पुश करेंगे और ये यहाँ से फास्ट करेंगे.
You know, I mean, it doesn't matter how many kills he gets.
As usual,
he's going to continue on with the utility, you know, valuable.
Mid खाली है.
And one more thing I do want to point out once again, Ja won off his ultimate once again. They've got 2 more, and even Emin actually.
नहीं कोई इंडियन नहीं रहेगा. ओपन ट्रायल किए थे. तो कोई डिजर्विंग नहीं लगा उनको. ज़्यादा आगे तक ट्रायल में पहुंच ही नहीं पाए. डिफरेंस काफी था. एम और गेम प्ले में इंडियन प्लेयर और फॉरेन के प्लेयर में इसलिए सब फॉरेन के लिए हुए.
When you've got a 6-point ultimate, likewise of a Cypher, for example, if you're getting them plants or diffusers and a kill here or there and an orb, you're able to refresh that every second, every third round, and it can be massive. But we'll stretch in towards a quick round at the moment to come on through. And Emma, he's not got a kill on the board just yet. He's got a sliver of HP to try and survive with, which does not happen. Here's one of the ults that I mentioned to come on through now. Neural Theft just
bro.
As plant goes down.
Spike planted.
Yeah. Yuratan getting up a little closer to personal. He's gonna go in through, but he's gonna lose his life. No support there. Poppy does trade him out though. Another flash to keep Xavi busy. And that's gonna leave NAOS in a bit of a mix. Back he goes to fight, not ready for it. Too many members to face. Nexi does have a bit of a moment to slide into the side here. He's gonna play on the back of Mosier's distractions.
Nice play, yaar.
Things off.
Lovely.
Here. And once again, Global Esports making sure that the pace stays the same and they get the same reward for it. Another round in their bag.
Yeah, KLS just always at the right position at the right time, but in the pack, watching the angles that is required with the rest of his team.
Breach
there as well. Really nice work for the team department to come through from KLS after the execution in the beginning of that alleyway control through elbow dispatching of Eman is we got the guy on the flank. We and we really well done. An immediate adjustment.
Eco है क्या? Eco है लग रहा है.
As well to stack 4
नहीं,
players
eco नहीं है. Eco नहीं है.
One way information, kill contract available if you hear any steps. They don't immediately, so it means that they have to adjust their positions and essentially reset on this round. So luckily for now, Sunni, Global didn't rush B.
4 लोग
Yeah, they
थे.
Pretty heavy stack still on towards that A side. They're still feeling
bleed.
hit. Yudo's gonna
But a bleed रही नहीं.
sort of lurks coming in from the
So
mid
no,
region, which has
no other
happened
team.
before, but Xavi's gonna spot out a
Minimum 2 तो है ही खुद के टीम के nationality 2 सब टीम के पास खाली जी है जिनके पास नहीं है ब्लीड थी लेकिन ब्लीड डिसबैंड हो गई
And it's good timing again on that dark cover. Eman rotates.
Bro, तुझे तो काफी knowledge है noise यार.
Xavi's held a lot of this utility.
तो Valorant वापस चालू कर दे खेलना.
As well, so he's got drone and dart for the push retake when they come out, looking for spam through the util.
Yeah, he does not get the kill there, but he does.
अकेला खुद पिक ले रहा है यार.
Playing a little bit sneakily here. Udo's found 2 towards mid, and he's cut off the rotations completely. Xavi's gonna get another himself. Kelly this time returns the favor on Ja, but Xavi, he's crawled in the side single-handedly, single-hived with the longest on the side. He somehow found this in a 1v3.
Oh, could you imagine?
Stick it. There's no way, right? Nah, they're gonna swing out far.
Nice, G.
There's no way he was gonna be able to stick that. Not on the 1v3, he's not.
Oh, it got close at the end, so it makes you wonder if there's any miscommunications from Global at the end of that one. It potentially could get upset. It's a good execution of a flank maneuver working well, right? Yudotan finding the 2 kills. Yes, Arby finds some space in the find Kelly when he comes out of the kill contract, but there's not much you can do in a 1 versus 3.
Final में हार गई थी Boom. बहुत closely हारी.
Very well.
लेकिन bleed out हो गई तो Boom को entry मिल गई तो.
And keeping it consistent, balancing out their
फाइनल में दोनों टीम पहुंच गई
in these next couple of rounds where we do start to actually consider the damage that Global have been finding. How much of an impact does that have onto NAOS's chances to get 2 rounds in the next couple, right? Half buys, full buys, you drop that, the half peels away from you, it's barreling down a little bit. We've seen Jar just use the kill contract, so you can't rely on that in the next couple of rounds. You're starting to piece together that this half is at a little bit of a turning point for Global Esports to really exceed in it if they get this next round or 2.
Absolutely. Well, this time I was going to give them a little bit more to work with. Global Esports have taken a solid amount of lead here.
ये सोलो पिक कर रहा है बे और मैंने पहले भी इधर किया था इधर भी किया
Two vandals to work upon Xavi and Eman.
टीम के साथ रीटेक कर अगर अकेला साइड पे तो इधर अकेला साइड था फिर भी
ultimate execute here. Mosier does have the overdrive available, and it seems like he's going to commit it.
पकड़ा देगा वायर में पकड़ा देगा.
At the moment, but the recon's going to help him. No, it isn't. Udatan gets him out. Eman's going to trade out in the other way. One more he finds.
Eman on the board.
Yep, he's gotten 2. It seems that the Vandal worked out perfectly. As the ultimate created enough distraction for Eman to actually find space towards that mid-house region. And now Global Esports follow to the B side. Forcefully having to plant now, and they're covered everywhere. They're cut a flank as well.
They're going to have to use this Rolling Thunder and take some further space. A player deficit in this scenario whilst they're vulnerable going for a plant too. I mean, look, already NAOS are here.
Yeah, and they've got no whatsoever. Yeah, both of them are gone.
Hey, अभी 0 kill था 4 kill निकाल लिया इसने.
Nexi steals it away from him.
Sorry bro. I was not aware of your
What a recovery. What a round to come
Gameplay.
from there. I've got to say, man, like, to just individual, when you're not finding kills in the server just yet, you've been peppered down time and time again. You come out with something like that. And I'm talking about the scenario, right? That's an eco to come through from NAOS. That's a pivotal moment for 6 rounds to be found for Global Esports. You drop the next rifle round against theirs, and your money's already skyrocketing. You're building more ultimates as well. You've probably wasted a couple of ults of your opponents who, to be granted, did use Overdrive for Moja and Hunter's Fury for Xavi.
वापस mid खा ली है.
But they didn't really net too much.
No, sure.
Mid क्यों नहीं जा रहे?
Speed to perfection, finds the pocket of space that he had to make sure that he dodges the stun and took out Patrick perfectly there. And that's
कैमरा इधर लगा रखा है.
देख
लिया. कैमरा नहीं तोड़ा इसने. इसको कैमरा नहीं दिख रहा. ये कैमरा ने देख लिया.
Ja pops out of the smoke for his own death, and the Rolling Thunder committed to clear.
Ult मारी entry के लिए.
Does get affected. The Paranoid followed up as well. Great utility here, but the B side has already been plagued by NAOS. Can they hold it off? Yes, they can. Nexi gets a double, and Xavi covers him up from behind pillar. And Global Esports' full value from this round has been stripped away by just a single double kill from Nexi, while he was the only one being.
I think mid side to execute. लेकिन एटलीस्ट एक बंदा तो रखो कंट्रोल लेने के लिए.
Stick around over at that A site to go for the kill on towards Eman to use the neural theft. I mean, you're looking at the utility that you highlight in that scenario, but now you overlook a crucial position in your down.
At least
that was
mid में
very
GE
good-looking 4 versus 5.
ये साइफर रखो रखना चाहिए.
Global might have been able to pick on out in this one where you lose Patrick first. Yudotan looks to bring it on back, but then you just have a bit
और स्मोक इधर दिया. अगर इधर के बदले इधर स्मोक देते हैं ना, तो 2 लोग एंट्री ले लेते. ये स्मोक के बदले ये स्मोक होता तो.
To close that round, I mean, when you're looking at the timeout that comes through earlier, Uni, you're looking for what sort of conversation you need to have when it's 5 versus 3. Now it's 5 versus 5. Whatever NAOS decided to talk about has worked a treat, and now I want to flip the onus back on the Global. All right. Put your heads together. It's been 2 rounds. There's still 2 more to go in this half. What do you need to do to make it 7-5?
I really believe that, you know, Global Esports had the information. You know, that neural theft gave them enough to know that, you know, NAOS are really quickly just kind of, you know, hurrying through obstacles to run into that B site. So, you know, kind of committing to that decision there was maybe a little too hasteful from Global Esports. I'm not sure at what time the clock was ticking. I didn't, you know, kind of catch that. But I feel like Global Esports need to maybe take it a little bit slow when they've got a little more information. That neural theft gave them everything to win that round. They found Ja as well popping out through that smoke. Maybe right now they need to kind of hold and see where NAOS is starting to push, because NAOS are starting to get a little more proactive than they were in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah. I mean, this is an important one for Global Esports as well, right? Look at their credits at the moment. If it's loss bonus, you're playing with a couple of you know, lesser weapons in the next one. No real ultimates built up either. So there's a big premium on figuring out this round at the moment. And you're immediately getting out of span of util trying to get on in. There's flashes around.
यही तो बोल रहा था.
Just yet until finally Patrick dispatches of his counterpart.
यही बोल रहा था मैं. ये देखो मिड पे ये इसके लिए वेट कर रहा है. ये इधर देख रहा है. अगर ये मिड का ये निकल गया ना, तो बहुत मजा आएगा. ये मिड का वो आ रहा है. अरे नहीं 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 नहीं.
He's gonna try and maybe get away. The timing is off here.
Left.
And it's all gonna be on Yudotan. If he finds Xavi, or Xavi finds the flank before he does. But
oh no, ये निकल गया.
Xavi's gone.
ओए पकड़ा गया.
And they cross each other, and Yudotan's been found. The timing's off, and NAOS have probably gotten the round in their hands just on the back of that kill.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is as well, what timing do you want to see from Nexi around the map to be able to use that neural theft too? He's not going to relinquish control of the A site that he still has with his spy cam, with his trap wires as well. You're playing a numbers game now as now. So you're waiting to see where Global goes, because what have you already considered? What have you already found out? They use their utility to gather some of this B-man control. They don't have any ultimates to throw into the mix. Yeah, Eman doesn't spot anything with that relocation from the shadows, yields nada. But you're still at a numbers game. You've still got 20 seconds on the clock, and as soon as Nexi sees any liquor damage, they rotate over. Global Esports have to multi-frag early in this post plan.
Yeah. That's going to go down, and they're going to try and be a little more proactive towards mid. Oh, they spotted one. I'm pretty sure they're going to be ready for this. The swing out comes. The stun is a little too late. Kelly S. It could have been a little earlier. The timing was just off. They know exactly where he is as well. spamming bullets through the boxes, and that was just misaligned. A little bit of miscom, I feel like. I'm not sure if the stun was available. Maybe the fault line was just not there because they spotted him early. I feel like it should have come half a second earlier.
The problem is they spotted Nexi out over a spawn and they weren't exactly sure if he was going to push when the players top mid started to scale on up, I feel. So it's the difference for Kelly S trying to deter Nexi from flooding in towards the site early to potentially pinch into it, but also then assisting the team for their peak. And it does come down to that literal half a second difference of getting that fault line readily available and lock them in. Yeah. So now this is the other end of the stick that I was talking about earlier, right? It's where that round goes to NAOS. They've got a very comfortable buy. And Global Esports, in getting the plant actually and a little bit of the damage, they still do manage to muster up an okay purchase in towards this round.
Yeah, they're doing what they did previously. We saw this yesterday on Sunset against OG. That triple split they do towards Market, B main, and towards Link. Back in towards spawn. Yutatan, great kill onto Emin. A little overextension once again from Patrick. But he did do enough. Did he though? Crystal does get one trade back. Could find a second. Not gonna be the case. The plant's gone down. It's a 2 versus 3. Ja does have a wall to kind of isolate the fight onto the player on site. All he needs to do is anticipate it, and he will. The slide's gone back up again. Tap on the spike. He's gonna let his teammate do the bit of suppression for him. Further, he goes closer. Gets the first. Ja's doing everything, and out goes the ult, and that's gonna be it. He's gonna stick the defuse, and Ja, all he needs to do is just stay alive until he can defuse, and he doesn't even need to do that. He gets the kill from Poppy, as the nervousness of trying to run in towards him and fight him will give NAOS 7-5. A slither lead, but they will find themselves ahead at the end of the first half.
Always one of those, you know, situations at the end there where if you're Poppy, it's really? We gave him the ultimate? Because there's no way you're winning that. Even if you win the 1v1 in the Gulag, you got to get time to run back to the site on someone who probably has already stuck the defuse just by how much time is actually bought by Ja in the ultimate, right? So, yeah, really unfortunate for Global Esports at the end there where they go in, guns are blazing, right? Lightning Fingers activated over for Patrick, getting up through the guts of mid, wrapping around, opening up on towards Moja. You got Crystal, who as well is throwing in towards that Hunter's Fury, right? It's looking pretty plausible for Global, but at the end, doesn't really happen. And another big salute over to Jar, I guess I'll say in this one too, right? Because his kills on that defensive side, ending with 17 at the half. He's only up from here.
Yeah. Now it's pretty quick B hit over here. They've gotten control pretty easily, and they should be getting the plant down in just about a second. Mosher's found one. Xavi goes in. Actually, never mind. They don't want to go for the plant here. They just wanted to fight straight up, and they want to make Global Esports feel the pressure. And that's left the IGL alone, and he's going to go down as well. Ja is on a roll, and so is Mosher. But now as a team, are just taking control of microsectors together, and they're doing it really well. I thought they were going to go for the plant man, but then comes the flash from the main side from Nexi, and it was perfect to set up Javi and Mosher both together.
As soon as you feel like there's 2 or 3 players and you've counted that bit of early utility in towards market, you kind of know that you can't slow it down and that you've got to keep on going as well. I mean, contingency out from Jar, you're following that, you're seeing no recovery from Global Esports to try and challenge and getting back in towards the site. They are just losing the duels in that point in time, not able to adjust. I mean, you got to give credit towards NAOS in that scenario to just realize that they continue to barrel down and go for the fight. And for Esports, I mean, the pistol round was sorely needed. I feel like on this defensive side, right? It doesn't go their way, and they're down to essentially 9-5. If they hell drop the bonus, that's 10-5, and that's looking really rough. So this is the time for Global to really have
यार ये तो Assassin की टीम है NAOS तो T1 से हारे अगर वो T1 टीम से हारेंगे I appreciate हाँ T1 से तुम मतलब T1 टीम और T1 टीम at least यार Assassin टीम से तो मत हारो.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. It's done a lot more damage to Classic as we've seen in history, but right now Global Esports, they still sticking on.
Then what's the difference between T1 and T2? अगर हम T2 टीम OG से कल कितना क्लोज मैच गया पहला वाला, दूसरा वाला चलो हगास हो गया OG से, इसमें पहला हार गए, ये भी पहला मैच क्लोज था और दूसरा यार
just sitting back, sipping on some boba as well, taking the forward stride you might want to do.
It is the only difference.
Classics here, Uni.
Yeah.
Shorty.
Yeah, of course. He's gonna double tap down. He's got support. Emmett's gonna come here. Just kind of adding up to his kill tally. Seemed a little too low for him, considering his standard. I'm not gonna leave Yuratan alone.
Ninja
Started off the round with the 1 kill. He's gonna probably have to end it
Not
with
possible.
the 3. But it's gonna be a dream 3 kills. If at all, he needs to win this
एकदम
round.
पीछे लगा रखा है, नहीं होगा.
We'll maybe go for
एकदम
an
पीछे
exit.
लगा रखा है.
Not gonna work out his favor. Moja's just gonna let him die to the spike as
ये पीछे लगाना अच्छा बेटर है बे. यहाँ से तो.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see that
यहाँ
first
से
kill come out
defense,
from Yuratan, but you do see just not an immediate, oh, we have to go because we've lost main from NAOS. It's still very level-headed and very measured.
चलो इनका पेल रहा था.
But even against the pistols, I feel like NAOS
एक ही मैप
gives
में
them
पेला ने
complete
दिक्कत वहाँ है.
respect in that
अगर दूसरे
scenario.
मैप में
Global
पेल देता ना
Esports
बैंक का,
staying with 4 on the A side,
तो
it does
थर्ड
make
मैप पे
sense.
जाते
Had they
हैं.
rotated
और
back, it was
थर्ड
just
मैप
a
पे और
lurking
मजा आती.
player that Yuratan did fine. They would have had numbers to contest over
21-8.
I still want to give a good benefit
Damn.
to Global Esports. They are playing in the numbers and strengths in that
Ping
scenario
difference
that
का
they
आराम
have
ना
dealt
करे.
with, but at the
20
end,
का
I mean,
difference है
those
ping
lesser
का.
pistols against the rifles still had some time to set themselves up on the line, and now into the freshie as
Nice
well.
recon.
Look at this pace changer coming out from Global Esports. They are the aggressors on this defensive
Yeah.
side. It's Yudotan for 3, but Zabi, he's looking for more. Uni,
Nice,
it's not
guys.
happening. You blink and you miss it. Yudotan delivering.
Offense is the best defense, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Big pressure on that A side over there. They made sure that, now it's feel that
Offense
they're
is
not
the
gonna
best
get away with this as
defense.
easily as they thought they could. Ja tried maybe,
वापिस पुश करेंगे. वापिस मत करना इस बार. पकड़े जाओगे ब्रो. एक बार पुश कर दिया ठीक है. नेक्स्ट भाई हर बार नहीं होगा. अच्छा instant replay. Instant replay. My bad. My bad.
They ran into places where they've gotten players already standing waiting for them. Poppy
My
went
bad.
down pretty early by the way towards
वापिस पुश मत करना.
kind of helped Yuratan because they didn't expect him to be there as well, pushing out towards mid.
Yeah. You got to talk about a successful bonus round to start off your
ये भी mid नहीं जा रहे.
side though, and that's exactly what you love to see.
नहीं है. ये लर्क
well,
करेगा. ये लर्क करेगा.
available on the flip
ये देखो
side.
धीरे-धीरे करके पोजीशन लेगा
What he wants to on
और
the
यहाँ पे
side.
कॉट करेगा. रोटेशन का टाइम कॉट करेगा.
Contracts to be available too,
Definitely.
so slow scaling up through B main.
ये यहाँ पे
rapid as
cypher trap है.
Not moving and budging from A
I mean
whatsoever.
वो है. ये
this
कॉट
might
करेगा
actually
इनको.
transition into an early
पर ये पीछे से जा रहे हैं.
They finally do start to rotate
ओह.
on over, but is that still
इसने
gonna be
अच्छी
go
पोजीशन
time
ले
for
रखी
NAOS?
है.
I mean, you got to consider that there's more side
लेकिन ये पीछे से गए.
one-way cage.
एक बार इनकी एंट्री हो गई ना
Get some information now. They know
तो ये जीत जाएंगे नाओस वाले
towards B.
क्योंकि ये फ्लैंक करेगा. अच्छा फ्लैंक करता है.
Nexi as well, but here goes
एक
Ja.
को उठाया.
He's gonna find Yuratan
Push
this
करो.
time, and it's a duel.
Push
Oh my
करो.
god! Almost read it perfectly. Read it
Damn.
almost pre-fired that angle. Yeah. Xavi finds
Yeah,
another as
yeah.
well as they just plague that B side pretty
आजा,
easily.
आजा.
And look at how
आजा,
far
आजा.
Nexi's gone up. as
One,
well. He should be able to
two.
find one. It will double up.
Bro,
That's
I
the
told
first
you, bro.
Global Esports
साइफर का काम
on
ही
the
है.
back of just one
ये सब हरकतें करना.
Ja ultimate.
Well,
man, that guy's
That's it,
crazy.
isn't it? Three
Difference तो वही है.
simultaneous
T1
kills
sponsored
come
by
from
Riot.
three different members
I think
over on the
उसकी
side of
teams
NAOS when that ult goes down.
same
I mean,
level की
you play
T1 के.
Distractor at that
वो इधर
moment, right?
probably
Because
वो
when
retire
that ult
करना
comes
चाहिए
down,
कि नहीं.
it does really change for Global Esports how they have to try and
करना
defend off that B site. Look who got pilfered out.
सही
right?
time पे
The
retirement ले लो.
Cyphers, they're no
वरना
longer protectable, right? They're no longer able to be
BCCI
played
किसी के बाप की नहीं है,
around by
मतलब
the Cypher, who at that point
time
in
नहीं-
time,
time आएगा.
Yuratan is in the right spot to play on his
तो
utility.
लात
It's not
तो
there,
मत
he's
पड़ेगी,
gone.
bro.
So the rest of the
Retirement
squad, they fall like flies. And now
ले
it
लेना
really is the
चाहिए.
time for Global Esports to
धीरे
try and
धीरे
take some
करके.
further space. Try and cheat some rotates, I feel
पर
like.
T20 से तो ले लिया ना retirement दोनों ने.
Bad to worse, and now
T20
the
से तो ले लिया.
positions are revealed.
टेस्ट और वनडे बचा है.
This is immediately
फिर टेस्ट से भी ले लेंगे.
quick
फिर वनडे से भी ले लेंगे.
for NAOS.
T20 से तो ले ही लिया.
It's an easy one, this one. They're going to get the Hunter's Fury as insurance as well in case things go wrong. Xavi 8K is going to keep that in his back pocket. As the NAOS might be getting a little itchy to actually, kind of push out, maybe explore some regions, make Global Esports feel more pressure.
ये Cypher को कहाँ पकड़ा? ये G का Cypher कहाँ मारा?
Patrick check tiles just for a second in case Nexi was maybe, thinking about rolling around there.
ये blind देगा.
To burst out. There goes the stun.
Blind
Both
दिया.
their agents. There is a counter stun as well. Not going to be good enough. The flash is going to keep them back. He needs to get in here, Patrick. So much util being dumped here. Mosier.
Crazy.
ready for it? No, he isn't.
Crazy.
Pushed on the face. Once again.
Whoa.
The Sheriffs. It's the Vandals. One by one, the weapons being exchanged, but there's still
Yo,
no
come.
damage.
अरे time.
Continue to somehow
Time.
work with their eco round. And
Crazy.
charm.
Yo, come by Jord.
Perfect. They were not too
Jord.
at the time of the spike. spike at all. It seemed like they could have gotten a little nervous because of that.
Sala
but they waited patiently.
They are better for T20 than Test one day now. क्योंकि T20 छोटा फॉर्मेट है, तो वो खेल पाएंगे उम्र के हिसाब से। तो उनको पहले टेस्ट से रिटायरमेंट लेनी थी, फिर वनडे से रिटायरमेंट लेनी थी, फिर लास्ट में T20 से
I don't know
लेनी
how
थी।
he's been able to survive in that one. Honestly, there were a lot of chances that players had guns ready, and it was just him on the screen.
But Kohli का
that's
strike
just,
rate
you know,
इतना
the open areas
अच्छा नहीं है
that the
T20
members of
में।
NAOS are actually sitting in towards.
रोहित का
so
अच्छा
they're the ones
स्ट्राइक
to come
रेट,
towards them.
लेकिन पहले
And at the
कोहली
end of
ने
it,
ले लिया,
there wasn't enough
अनाउंसमेंट
damage
कर दिया,
to global
तो फिर
members
रात को
for the
डिसाइड
Hybrid
करके
Fury
सुबह
behind anyone,
रोहित ने भी
right?
ले लिया
Pretty
रातों
quick
रात।
bolts on towards the spike, 80 damage total. No time to get any shock
साला
darts
इसी
out
टीम
and deny that
assassin
defuse as
वालों
well.
से
So
हार रही है।
for global esports, when you need an individual member to go above and beyond, generally
कल
it will be
OG
your
से
duelist,
आती,
or generally
और
when
आज
you've got a
9 से
star-studded
आती,
clutch player
तो
like
जो
Parker
ट्विटर
on
पे
the roster, or
बजते
you've got
यार,
somebody like Yuda who has been so
Definitely.
consistent in bringing forward clutches and bringing forward consistency on a roster. You know, those are the players you're looking for. But the young gun, the new fresh guy on the agent that abuses things, that's a big one. That's a huge one. That's the way that global esports get back into this game.
फुटबॉल में तो
Absolutely.
इतना करप्शन है कुछ हो ही नहीं
Time
सकता।
out here.
इंडियन
That
फुटबॉल
was
में ना
called in by NAOS, but I
Indian
could
football
see
is
that,
in
you know,
dirt.
Shiv was
कीचड़
giving
है,
quite a
कीचड़।
bit of instruction to his team as well as to how to proceed in these next couple of rounds.
इंडियन
Really
फुटबॉल का भी
desperately
कुछ हो ही नहीं
need
सकता,
to cover up that deficit
चाहे
that they've
टैलेंट हो
gotten
या
so
ना हो।
far.
You know what it is?
Do you have
There.
Step
what
one,
is
इंडियन फुटबॉल
destroy
इज
Jar.
गॉन ब्रो।
Step two,
Okay.
well, nobody else is
All
shooting,
right.
so win.
योकम भाई,
I get that. I've seen that.
मस्ती नहीं योकम भाई, मस्ती नहीं, मस्ती नहीं योकम भाई। Oh,
Yeah.
It's a bunch of duelists.
Jar
just
gets
running
kills,
around
the rest
finding
don't. I mean, it's still happening.
Like I said, I've seen that script before. I knew exactly, you know, told it as it is.
मस्ती नहीं योकम भाई।
Patrick once again stepping things up. It's the lightning strikes 3 times this
Left.
round. A fourth not going to be possible. Yeah, he's not going to be ready for
NT,
that.
NT,
Chaudhary's going
NT.
to take him out. 1v3.
अच्छा play निकाला
Now.
योकम ने।
To work with though, so could make a good play because look at the positions of these people.
कैसी टट्टी टीम से हार रही है इंडिया,
I mean,
एकदम टट्टी वाहियात थर्ड
you
क्लास
got to consider this is one versus
टीमों
two.
से हार रही है।
You just got to group up together.
जिनके
If
पास
I'm looking over at that radar,
stadium
I'm
नहीं
seeing
है,
two trap
कुछ
wires
है
on the
नहीं,
side against the server. I'm probably just
उनसे हार रही
repositioning
है।
that trap wire that's on the side itself and cordoning off the site completely in its entirety, right? You then don't even need to give a chance that you can have a 1 versus 1 against him. False start. I mean, that
30
that
seconds
location is expected to be false. So this should already be giving you the 100% security that's ending to be.
Yeah, most certainly. Xavi's just going to slowly crawl in and look at that. They call the rotation. They're going to go in towards Market now, expecting him to be there on the site. Xavi's got no idea. Market is pretty much open. He's going to have to play on the back of his gut here. Needs to go for the plant. There comes the sound. Yudatan's going to start rotating.
Bro,
off.
nice
Stun
turn.
comes in through.
Nice turn।
They don't know that he's actually back of sight. And yeah, there it
W,
is. Stun
W Kelly's.
lasted long enough for Kelly's to swing him out and take him out. Global Esports on 8. They're going
This
to
guy's gonna
slowly
play my
creep
ass.
closer to NAOS here. But it's still not over because NAOS do have one more round
Alt
in
Jordan
terms of
yeah.
breathability. Because even if they lose this one, they're still in the lead by at least 1 round.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing again is just brilliance from old mate on the Neon, right? Patrick
Neon
Moore
क्या
just
shut down
running
Neon
around,
है?
guns are blazing, lightning
तुमको साथ
strikes
में
3
2 या
times,
3
as you
प्ले को साथ
mentioned.
में पिक
But
लेना होगा।
once moreover, it
अगर
was
1v1
Jar yet again
1v1
looking for
करके
the
जाओगे
kills
ना,
around
तो
the map to
definitely
take
तुम
him
उसका
down.
ult से हारोगे।
Feels like it makes things just a little bit
एक
easier.
आश टर्न
So
दे
they
रहा है।
really have a massive
यहाँ
duelist
से
battle
stun
to be
दिया।
prevalent in this map right now, and it's going to continue on again with a massive installment of NAOS members over at this A side. Shut down and squandered though. Early
Push करेगा।
retaliation of utility to
कर,
come out
कर।
from Global Esports will stop them in their tracks.
Yeah, actually, great retaliation for Poppy. That one paranoia was actually enough to actually push all of them back to where they came from. And the re-clearance commits a little bit more utility. That drone, I'm not sure if it actually spotted these 2 players here. Definitely a good setup. Shotgun comes through. Yep, they did spot them, but they're ready for everything. Kelly finds the 3rd, brings out his Sheriff. Will he find the 4th? No, Shavi's going to take him out there. But Crystal will make sure that the flank from Nexi is not going to support him any longer.
Actually क्या है?
Thrown out to make
ISL क्या बोलते हैं? Indian football is like global sports. Excuses
Hey, he's gonna walk into the
into
crosshairs of
1000
both these
times.
members.
Yeah.
instant decapitation again from Patrick. He has certainly awoken in the later stages of this map. And it's good adjustments
You
from Kelly
think
as well, right? When you've got the
ISL में अगर
you're not
अच्छी
turning
पोजीशन
around
पे
to
खिलाएंगे
dodge
इंडियन
any
प्लेयर्स
passes
को
as well, because you know you got to recognize NAOS aren't playing breach,
तो
NAOS aren't playing
इंडियन
Gecko.
प्लेयर
You
अच्छा
can see
खेलेंगे
the trail that's coming your way if a paranoia is there. So it
But it's
literally is
delusional,
crosshair
bro.
focus, aim
Delusional.
train on your opponent's gunplay for
Fighting
global
near
esports,
winning.
which I really feel like in these past couple of rounds after that thrifty, they're recognizing that NAOS are playing numbers. NAOS are
Mentality
playing
difference है,
lane
bro.
utility when they're
Indian
they're
football
revealing
players
themselves
में.
early on what position.
I know I am yapping, but
if global
I
recognize
think
that, they are playing the game that the
वापस पुश
should
किया
be
भाई
right now.
अल्ट्रा फंसेगा
Look
ओए
at the aggression.
Nice.
He's taken out, but Mojo's gonna trade him up.
यार एक को किल में ज्यादा मजा आ जाती
Global Esports has been fruitful so far. But look at Kelly.
One.
Another great position.
Oh, भाई 1v1
The IGL
3v3
only did one though. The trade-off is instantaneous.
Full push कर रहे पे.
Able
Hi,
to
Manas Gautam.
maintain the man number equilibrium so far. It's a 3 versus 3 right now. But
Yeah.
Global Esports have
पर
a
बाहर
good
जाके
team.
खेल
They're
क्यों
able
नहीं
to
रहे?
find
दिक्कत
that
वहाँ है.
left in some sort of capacity.
यूरोप में ऐसे कोई भी ऐसी टीयर 3 टीम भी नहीं लेगी क्या इतने गए कुछ नहीं क्या एटलीस्ट टीयर 2 टीयर 3 टीम तो खरीद ले ही सकती है इंडियन प्लेयर्स को इतने गए गुजरे भी नहीं है टीयर 3 में जाके खेलो आईएसएल में मत खेलो भाई यूरोप में जाके टीयर 3 में खेल लो भाई यूरोप की टीयर 3 इज बेटर
However, he doesn't
Tier 2 is
necessarily
better.
need to give it up early because they've no
Then
there's no
ISL.
advancements towards the spike sites yet for NAOS. He's still
ISL
got his
करने वाला
utility
कहाँ है?
around the A site, so he's okay for himself to dance there.
कौन सी टीम में?
And good initiative from the remaining global members to take B main
ISL
space. They
पैसे
know it's
ज़्यादा
either
है.
mid to B
मोटर
or
वाला
it's
game
mid to A
देखेंगे, bro.
because this util has seen nothing. Dark cover one way over at
30
short will
seconds
disincentivize any pushes there, but also give up some information to NAOS that they can start to wrap around.
वो पीछे
this
से आ
side
रहे
of
हैं
A. And there's that info from the camera uni that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, and it's gonna be all onto Yuta. He needs to find
Oh.
the first. No, he's not taking the other corner. He didn't see Xavi walk in from main, and that's gonna be the problem. 2 versus 3 now.
नहीं उसका ट्रिप था ना वहाँ पे वो ट्रिप से कैसे आया
One
बच
smoke
के
to work with. Maybe can isolate a little bit, but look
वो
at the
ट्रिप
amount
से
of
बच के कैसे
people
आया?
around that site.
यहाँ पे ट्रिप था
Faded away. 2 of them gone, and there comes the flank now. Xavi's taken advantage of the information that he's gained. He's gonna
उधर
create
से आया
chaos for his team.
यूं
to actually
करके
walk in. But no, back they come from
Oh.
elbow. Smoke's going down. Out comes the ultimate. This time it's going to be lightning from Mosier. Could be enough for Emmett to trade him up with Poppy. Once again, the Clutch King, and he gets
Hey!
it down. The most important
Nice.
round in Global's entire game so far. Comes
Sense
through
to be qualified.
as Poppy, the man himself, the
किस चीज
king
के
from
लिए?
the Philippines, clutches it out for Global Esports.
ट्रैक्टर वाला गेम खेलो
Why
91
does
subscriber
anyone
वाले।
remove
वो डाला
Poppy
दूसरे
from
चैनल पे
Omen?
आज
He
नहीं
is
डाला
the
यार
Omen agent player. He
कल
is
भी
so
नहीं डाला।
significant when it comes to relocation and timing on from the shadows.
नहीं, कल डाला था,
Strategy,
आज
but
नहीं
also
डाला।
recognizing just pure timing on when to use an Omen's abilities and when to not as well. Sticking it to Eman at the end when the dark cover goes down as well. You think you've thrown a dark cover as an Omen? You think you can move?
कल
kind of
सुबह तो आया
immediately,
था,
right? You gotta
आज
wait for
सुबह
it to
नहीं आया।
work. You gotta wait for it to
Exactly.
become
अनसब्सक्राइब कर
cover,
रहा हूँ
and he doesn't.
मत करो
A little bit unfortunate for NAOS, but amazing for Global.
Yeah, and once again, they just carry on that aggression that they had. But look at Mosier. He's found his own. Global Esports take mid. Now say we're gonna just kind of wrap you around and take B side from the
ट्रिप से
region.
डर ही नहीं रहा
Ja,
नियॉन
he's one away from his ult
in their
once
spawn.
again. Yeah, he's in their spawn once
अटैक
again.
वाले डिफेंस में चले गए डिफेंस वाले अटैक में चले गए व्हाट द फक इज
The
हैपनिंग ब्रो
only real problem right now is the
Attack
spike
वाले
is gonna be
defense में
made
घुस गए,
and Jar
defense
is in
वाले
their
attack
spawn.
में।
There's no omens available to relocate whatsoever to the side of NAOS, right? So they are a little bit stuck on this eco territory situation. Neural theft in is just going to secure where Jar is and where the spike is currently getting planted at the back of the B site. But are you really going to try and defend this one? Are you going to be able to
बच
do
गया,
it?
बच
No.
गया।
You're going to get eaten by Hunter's Fury.
एक ही लगा
Nearly dead for Moja. So I don't know. You need 2 versus 3. Oh.
Oh. Well, there's a cage to kind of throw him off. Mosier needs to be careful here. He's going to play a 1v3. They're going to swing him out.
Nice,
Take
G.
him out. Global
G is coming
Esports
back.
solidifying their little sort of amount of round by round to get closer, and they take the lead.
ट्रैक्टर वाला
back
गेम खिलाओ ना
from
यार
now
दूसरे
here
चैनल पे आ
at
डालूंगा
11,
यार
and their aggression seemingly continuously working for them as they don't now compared to last map where they were kind of after the aggression, they were kind of going a little bit separate, letting Patrick do his thing, go alone. Now they're sticking so much as a team, and it's working out perfectly. They're doing the 1-2-3
At least
swing
team में
together
दिखेंगे।
at the right time, at the right
Not
place,
yet, bro.
and the trades are perfect so far in the last couple of
not
rounds.
yet
Jar has really slowed down on the kill department.
जब तक जीते नहीं तब तक ऐसा मत सोच.
Isolated. He's not able to
You
find a lot of
can't-
space, and Global Esports aren't giving him the opportunity.
You should
when
not
they're
expect
lurking
something.
around individually anymore, right? They're together as a unit, going fast in a couple of these.
एकदम
early
hard
rounds.
way में सीखे bro.
What Jar is kind of relying upon has been these individual duels where this double tap is activated for him to refresh and play back on the timer. He's not been able to. But I am looking at the positioning in this round for Global Esports. If you want to counter a kill contract,
इस बार push नहीं
playing
किया
in
बे.
standard positions and
सही है
standard
बे.
lanes on
दो
that
तीन
side
round push किया,
particularly
3 round निकल
is
गए.
not
अब
a
push नहीं कर
very
रहे.
good realization on what
पैसे
you
भी
might
खेल
be
रहे हैं.
expecting from NAOS at the moment. You hear the shock dart. That's got to give you information as crystal that this ultimate could potentially be
ओए,
coming
ult.
in, which it does.
ओए, कोई नहीं आया.
And it's dodged as well.
ओए,
really well
बी-
done.
दोनों के
to
बीच में
move
पड़ी
away
Cypher और
from that
सोवा
one,
के.
but technically, you have relinquished control of the site.
Yeah, now they're going into market. Oh, this is what we were afraid of. They did it the last time as well, forcing Global Esports all the way back, even from market, finding two, and then look at how quickly they've repositioned as well. It's such good discipline from NAOS. Take early control, fight them, push them back, and then go back yourself and play in great post-line positions. This is a great retaliation from the Filipinos, but can they hold off on the retake that's
Nice.
coming in? It's still a 3-3, 3v4, forgive me.
Nice.
They take him out. It's gonna be 3v3.
Nice.
Just keep shooting bullets, one after the other. Now it's start relinquishing control here. Next he does the one. He's gonna have to stay alive for as long as possible. Time is his best friend right now, but his
Oh, no.
teammate is too far away, and there's no way they
can't
can
stop
stop
that.
him from defusing. Poppy's gonna get it all the way down, and it's good. Wow. Okay, then he jump shot.
What the fuck?
But
Okay, we are going to map 3.
Match point for Global Esports.
We are going to map 3, bro.
I want to give massive props to Papi's paranoia in that one as well. The fact that that goes down onto the side at the right time, allowing the team to get the kill on the attempted cross from the stairs to the main as well. You can see that now are trying to try and play from a post plan in a 5 versus 3 spike down moment as well. That is a huge recovery to come through from Global Esports. And then at the end, recognizing that, hey, Sova's nowhere near the action. We can defuse it if we waste out his bolts. Really nicely done from Global at the end there. Now on map point, trading each other's, you know, well, rather gathering your own map links, I would say. Potentially. Look at this. It's again.
Neon key.
He's in the spawn as a Neon in 10 seconds in the round and has a kill.
Yeah, they're pressuring market once again. This time a tripwire to stop Ja from actually going in a little too close to Yunatan, but look at how
Double pick लेना होगा.
come on the flank.
तो इसकी ult रुकेगी.
Ultimate though in a couple of seconds. And he's gonna have to bank upon his guns, and Yunatan does his best, keeps market in his control. They're losing out one by one, and it's all on to Eman to hold this corner. He's not gonna be able to do it. Ja's all by himself. Can he clutch out a 1v4? No.
Let's go map 3, baby.
Global Esports.
Nice यार.
अच्छा
अच्छा किया इन्होंने comeback.
To Haven.
वो सही किया aggressive खेल के.
In a row to come on through. This is what you call competitive gameplay. Great recovery moment for Global Esports as well. What feels like they're losing a lot of the control on that map. They do manage to weather the storm and bring it back at the end. And I mean, credit where credit is due. Patrick, who had a phenomenal run in when he recognizes on the defensive side that he can hold W and take the space like Jara was attempting to do and did so successfully as well. So echoing out that sentiment there, a valiant attempt for Jar. Once again, by the way, brilliant performance.
ये सन्नाटे में.
Doing the same thing over here.
Yes, that's not it, right.
Just not enough for NAOS, which means Uni, we are all square tied up going into Haven. And remember, folks, we did see
29
yesterday, and we did
22.
see how strong it
ये योकम
was
नीचे था भाई, ऊपर आ गया.
for Esports.
लास्ट में बहुत पेला योकम.
Yeah.
It was close.
It has been, yeah, it was close yesterday on Haven, and
Good, bro.
now,
Kelly's.
you know, do have, you know, a good amount of reading that they could do from yesterday's game that they had.
7 plant.
And given that, you know, NAOS themselves are coming off of playing Haven against Rapid Lo-Fi, I believe, in the upper quarterfinals in stage 3 of SEA, they did win that game 13-6. So they've got a pretty solid neon comp as well on that, you know, map of Haven. So Global Esports will have to tie their shoes a little bit more tighter than they did last time around.
I want to experience this.
There's going to be a storm coming their way, and
पता नहीं.
I'm pretty sure that, you know,
Life of
maybe
esports
if they
player
change things
कैसी रहती
again,
होगी?
if they're going to put Ja on
No
a
idea.
different, you know, duelist, go for a double duelist this time around. Once again, I'm not going to be surprised. In fact, it's only going to give us more entertainment watching the next game. But
yeah,
this has
I mean,
been... yeah, go on.
दो
I'm looking towards what we saw last time on Haven for
भाई ये पिछली बार रेज भी तो
right? So it's either going to be
ठीक ठाक ही खेला भाई पिछले मैप में और इस बार
back to something that
नियॉन ठीक ठाक खेला
current rendition of the roster.
क्या तकलीफ है भाई इसको
I kind of feel like it's a little bit more
क्या तकलीफ है भाई इसकी
towards this final map.
Well, we're going to find out pretty soon, aren't we? Because we do have Haven coming up at the end of this little
13-18
stint that we've got now. I wasn't expecting
16-20
of course, doing the veto
negative
for,
4 negative 5
go for Haven. I thought he's going to, ban Haven and go for Pearl at the end. Yeah, I would have liked Pearl. I wanted to watch it. It's been a while since I watched that map on, in a professional capacity. But hey, we're going to
14%
next couple of days.
इसके हेडशॉट लग नहीं ले
Right now, we're going to focus on what NAOS can bring on to the table.
42 Nexi.
Or is there going to be more changes going into the third map?
इसके हेडशॉट लग नहीं रहे 14%
3 players exchange up roles.
कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है क्या
This one could be a possibility.
20% दोनों मैप में सबसे लोएस्ट है बेस के
I'm just really excited to see what is going to be Global Esports' game plan, considering what happened on the previous day. How are they going to change things up on Haven?
Yeah.
Rating 2.0.
I mean, I'm looking towards Eman at the moment as well, right? In the kind of lacking performance that we see him on this controller role.
G20 anyone. Nice. ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स वर्सेस रेयर ओटम कल रेयर ओटम के साथ में चाइनीज टीम असेंशन जीती हारी फाइनल हारी ये पिछली बार भी हारी थी फाइनल इस बार ही फाइनल हारी LG caster. Bro, it's always talking how ambitious the G player are when they die, and even saying they should have done this or should have done that. Lamau, bro, just cast and stop roasting your team. In fact, I see everyone become hell. कोई चैट में है ही नहीं जी का वो हुआ कि नहीं अनाउंस टू बी डिसाइडेड टू बी डिसाइडेड टू बी डिसाइडेड तो चैट में है 6 तक गई हाईएस्ट वॉचिंग ये बीच में 0 क्यों हो गई नेट गया था क्या मैंने लिखा रो क्यों रहा है तुमको देख के ये भी कमेंट करता है रो क्यों रहा है सो मैच है भाई टीम अभी बने हैं टाइम तो लगेगा ही ऑब्वियसली डोंट टेक टेंशन दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू शो देयर प्रैक्टिस हियर बिकॉज़ दे शो अस इन तू थोड़ा बीकेएल है क्या $5,000 फॉलोअर सांगवान शेअर्स मध्ये. Damn.
कंटेंट क्रिएटर आहे, वर्ल्ड्स बिगेस्ट कंटेंट क्रिएटर. त्याचं चॉकलेट आहे. हे टेस्ट कर.
हे कितीचं?
हा,
हे कितीला?
टेस्ट रिव्ह्यू फर्स्ट.
ठीक आहे, पण कितीच आहे ते?
टेस्ट रिव्ह्यू तर इथे पहिलं.
ठीक आहे, डेअरी मिल्क सारखंच लागतंय. का रे?
डेयरी मिल्क का इतना 40 रुपए में मिल जाता ना अपने. ये 500 रुपए का.
बाप रे.
हाँ, अभी ये सोडा फ्लेवर है, तो ये आप एक बारी टेस्ट करके बताओ ये कैसा है. थोड़ा सा.
शी.
तो मिस्टर बीस.
I have a question. Do all the new G player roster have the bundle or not? They don't. Last. Hello भाई दिव्यांश भाई, क्या हाल चाल, कैसे हो? They don't. Last season वाला नहीं है, न्यू सीजन वाला होगा. What's up, bro? Fanatic Social is the best, bro. गेम में कोई बीट ना करे, क्या ना करे, ट्विटर पे फैनेटिक इज अनबीटेबल. बेस्ट और कह सकते हैं, but I think G2 is the best for me. G2 best. G2 best क्यों? G2 CSGO. निको इसलिए मेरे लिए G2 बेस्ट. और निको की अचीवमेंट देखे, क्या अचीवमेंट है. लास्ट हुए वर्ल्ड फाइनल फर्स्ट, वर्ल्ड फाइनल फर्स्ट, एक्सट्रीम मास्टर कोलोंग काटोवाइज वर्ल्ड फाइनल 2005 फर्स्ट, ये सेकंड, फर्स्ट 2018 के बाद 2-3 साल नहीं चला, फिर अब 2021, 22 अभी चल रहा है, लास्ट के 6-7 महीने से या 1 साल से, क्योंकि ये 23, 24, 25 और अचीवमेंट नहीं है क्या? ये कभी मेजर नहीं जीता यार, मेरे को मेजर उठाते हुए देखने का है. मेजर ट्रॉफी उठाते हुए देखने का ब्रो. बहुत पुराना खिलाड़ी है, 2011 से खेल रहा है. डैम. 3rd 4 आए थे मेजर में। मैच चालू है कि नहीं हुआ? टाइम है अभी। आओ इतने और कुछ देखे। क्या देखे? हॉट टब स्ट्रीमर में जाए? क्या कर रहा है? ये क्या? ये कब से देख रहा हूँ यार, ये खेलो क्या? वेटिंग फॉर ओपोनेंट। कार्ड गेम।
Okay. This is maybe not the best.
प्लेनेट कोस्टर 2 द बाजार। और कोई नई गेम आई? ये क्या है? जीरोस। और टट्टी गेम है तो। हैप्पी कोटो टावर। डोल मेर हॉरर गेम खेलो क्या ये? और बताओ, बस बढ़िया बीच भाई, आप बताओ। अच्छा गेम है वो। कौन सा? ये जो मैं टट्टी गेम बोला। किधर गया? किधर गया वो? इधर ही किधर था? अच्छा, डोल वाला क्या? ओके, करेंगे, खेलेंगे, प्लान बनाएंगे हॉरर गेम का। कोई गेम बताओ ना यार। चालू हो गया राउंड? चालू हो गए बे? नहीं, हाईलाइट है, माय बैड। प्लेनेट जू खेलूं? मेरे पास पड़ी है, मैंने चालू ही नहीं की भाई। मैंने ये गेम खरीदी थी पर मैंने कभी खेली ही नहीं इसको अच्छे से।
Ils en ont déjà mis plein. Moi, j'ai pas une grosse plus-value là dans ce que je fais. Et il me semble pas qu'il y ait un filtre pour qu'on voit les besoins.
इंग्लिश 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 इंग्लिश। कोई इंग्लिश वाला है ही नहीं बे, सब अलग लैंग्वेज वाले हैं। ये सेक्सुअल थीम क्या है? क्या है बे इसमें ऐसा सेक्सुअल? कुछ ना है। हॉट टब देखे? टैलेंट दिखाओ बेब्स। ओह,
My bro.
ये क्या देख रहे हो? येलो येलो डॉलर कर रहा हूँ भाई, हट यार। येलो डॉलर हो जाएगा।
Against some of these big teams right there, right? Global Esports, of course, they're brand new. They're not even more than a month and a half, probably 2 months old at best. So it is going to be I know a little bit more difficult for them to create that chemistry that NAOS have been building for I think at least.
Epic पे क्या मिल रही है ये बार गेम?
So we will be seeing what NAOS can do best on this map of Haven. They've played it a multitude amount of times, but are they going to change their composition again to support that double duelist, that they've been doing for the last 2 maps or not?
बकवास.
Do you feel like they might integrate that Fnatic Yoru ISO comp because they just love that double duelist, or do you see them just kind of stuff?
Reddit चला है? बहुत टाइम हुआ है Reddit चलाना छोड़ दिया मैंने यार. वरना Reddit बहुत चलाता था. Just a disclaimer: the rant is not relevant to the performance, but rather the space and the management. We were not allowed to carry water bottles, even empty one, in hope to fill water inside. And then we reached the hydration counter. 20 rupees bottle was sold at 200 rupees. But of course, cigarette and vapes could be casually seen all over the arena. But the line is drawn at empty water bottles and free water. Network were jammed, so there was no internet available. Mind you, we were in a settled area beside a highway. So when it comes to who could catch auto cabs, it was havoc. The available cabs and autos in the area were charging 4x the price, and most of us had to walk 1 hour, 1 kilometer or more to get some network, and the cabs are still not ready to go lesser price. Me and my friend were managed to share an auto with some other people after 1.5 hours, but most of the were stuck for a long time. The stage was rarely visible from the silver arena. Usually the stage has an extension to the front or is high ground for the people at the back to at least see a glimpse of the people at the stage. Us on the silver arena resorted to watching the screen. हाँ ठीक है समझ गया. छोड़ो ना मजा लो जिंदगी. पढ़ रहा हूँ बेबी, टाइम पास कर रहा हूँ, कुछ तो देखूँ. MKC रूल स्प्रेड कोस्ट टू फैमिली शेयरिंग पर आ गया है. वीडियोस बनाओ उसकी. क्या बात कर रहा है?
Hey boys, we're gonna play a little bit more.
Love you, bro. Let's go.
These situations with a little more confidence, no more sitting still, be more proactive. And then in general, yeah, just play better.
Fuck you, bro.
Before we play, but
लाइब्रेरी में दिखना चाहिए.
You guys let me know.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah, love you, bro. यार इसमें जगह ही नहीं है, इसमें जगह बनानी पड़ेगी. कल यार स्टॉकर 2 भी आ रही है. यार स्टॉकर 2 भी आ रही है. ये DLC ले लेना भाई. DLC ले लेना. तूने नॉर्मल वाला वर्जन लिया? डीलक्स लिया? नहीं नॉर्मल लिया. Yes. क्राइम करते हैं. क्या क्राइम करते हैं?
This team is good. This team is always good. And when Jaw's playing like he's playing, bro, it's tough, man. This guy's plus.
तुझे कैसे मालूम पड़ा फैमिली शेयरिंग में आ गई?
He's just running around fragging out. So if we can shut him down, we can have it come with an easy win. But I don't think it's gonna be easy for sure.
नॉर्मल. अच्छा.
What I'd like to know if that
अब मजा आएगा ना वीडियो.
You can even remember back to halftime. Was it already the plan?
मिमिसल भाई ने खेला तब देखा. ओह. मिमिसल भाई ने वीडियो डाला?
Did the team decide to do that mid game?
No, that's definitely.
मिमिसल भाई लगे रहो. हार नहीं माननी है. हार नहीं माननी है.
That's just the reality.
They did find
ये हार मान चुके. 11 दिन हो गए.
हेलो एवरीबॉडी, स्वागत है आपका रैंक सिमुलेटर के एक और नए एपिसोड में. एंड लास्ट एपिसोड में गाइस हम लोगों ने ये फाइनली हम लोग ये काउज जो है बाय करके ले आए थे. 3 काउज हैं ये, नहीं 2 काउज हैं. एक मतलब मेल है और 2 फीमेल है. ये मेल वाला है अगर तुम्हें दिखाऊं तो. बाकी ये 2 फीमेल वाली हैं जिनके जो मतलब ब्रीडिंग के लिए रेडी हैं. और ये निप्पल का साइन देख रहे होगे.
निप्पल देख रहे हैं भाई. विमिसल भाई निप्पल देख रहे हैं.
But very rarely do they end up in your spawn, 6 rounds and a half. So it's definitely a unique look for us, and it's something that we had to adjust to. But we came with the dub.
चलो स्नेजी का देखते हैं. स्नेजी ने क्या किया आज.
Yeah, I mean, one of the really cool adjustments for you guys at the latest.
I spent $1 lakh on massive greenhouse. अबे 1 लाख का ऐसा क्या खरीदा? 5-10 हजार के आते हैं भाई.
I'm kind of wondering, I guess a
Clickbait or what?
Question here. Number one, did you expect Jar to be coming out with the ISO? And number two, those retakes that you guys are
Let's go.
See. How did the team kind of feel about having to change those retakes in the end?
Yeah, I mean, it's just an adjustment you have to make, man. That's practice with every single time, you know what I mean? So we have to be able to make those adjustments mid-game.
36K वाले 2 लगाए.
Keep focusing on it. 72 Yeah, man, at the end of the day.
इतने पैसे आए कैसे? अच्छा 2 लाख तो थे ही तेरे पास.
After anything another team does and have an answer quickly without waiting for a timeout.
तो ट्रैक्टर में अभी फर्टिलाइजर पड़ा हुआ है ना, इसमें सॉलिड फर्टिलाइजर है जो कि मैंने प्लांटिंग के टाइम पे स्प्रेड किया था. मुझे एक चीज ये चेक करना है कि अभी मैं वापस से अगर इसमें फर्टिलाइजर डालता हूँ, मतलब सॉलिड फर्टिलाइजर.
तू एच दबाना सुन. तुझे पता है एच दबाएंगे ना जीपीएस ऑन करके तो वो लाइन पे वो लाइन पे चलेंगे.
हो गया, मतलब अपने को लिक्विड फर्टिलाइजर डालने की जरूरत नहीं है, सॉलिड फर्टिलाइजर भी सेकंड टाइम डालेंगे तो भी 100% हो जाएगा. ओके, तो एक काम करते हैं ना,
जैसे अभी एच दबाएगा ना तो वो लाइन को फॉलो करता रहेगा.
830 लीटर है, 830 लीटर बहुत होता है. इतने में तो ये पूरा फील्ड कंप्लीट हो जाएगा और ये 100% फर्टिलाइज भी हो जाएगा. तो फटाफट से पहले ये वाला काम कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं. एक काम तो आते आते ही कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. ओके डन.
मैं भी ग्रीन हाउस लगाने वाला था कल. अगर मैं कल खेल रहा होता ना तो मैंने ग्रीन हाउस लगाना था क्योंकि मैंने इसका ग्रीन हाउस का वीडियो देखा था यार. कल और आज ये इवेंट आ गए, क्या करूं दोस्त, का करना पड़ा अटेंड. रुक, मैंने इसका फर्टिलाइजर वाला पूरा वीडियो देखा. ग्रीन हाउस वाला ये रहा 20 मिनट का कि किससे क्या होता है, किससे कितने पैसे मिलते हैं पानी डालने का. बहुत इजी है फर्टिलाइजर. आई नो बट टाइम वेस्ट है भाई. क्यों? अच्छा वो एच इससे सब वर्कर से ही करा देने का. ओके समझ गया. मैंने ये ग्रीन हाउस देखा. नेक्स्ट वीडियो ग्रीन हाउस पे करूंगा, फिर कोई एक और वीडियो देखूंगा, फिर वो करूंगा, फिर एक और वीडियो देखूंगा, वो करूंगा, फिर ये ग्रेन बिल देख लूंगा, फिर सीमेंट फैक्ट्री देख लूंगा. एक एक वीडियो करके ऐसे वीडियो डालेगा. पर वो वीडियो चल पड़ा ब्रो. क्या स्नेजी भाई देखा? 1000 पे पहुंच गया वो. ये देखो मजा आ गया भाई, मजा आ गया. ये देखो जब भी मैंने थंबनेल बनवाया ना वो वीडियो वायरल हुए. ये थंबनेल बनवाया 1.9 के, ये थंबनेल बनाया 1 के, ये मैंने बनाए तो 350, 350, 200. ये थंबनेल से फर्क है. क्या बोलता है? ये एक और वीडियो बनाऊंगा फिर थंबनेल डालूंगा. या तीनों का टाइटल, पर इसका टाइटल भी नहीं है, इसका तो पार्ट 1 है. ये 2 और ये 3 अलग स्टैंड कर रहे हैं. चलो अब मैच देखते हैं. तेरा वीडियो बाद में देखते हैं. या बैकग्राउंड में प्लांट कोस्टर 2 डाउनलोड हो गई. या पीसी में जगह भी करनी पड़ेगी. देखो 1200 रुपए. Let's see कौन जीतता है. एक सेकंड, इसको इसने पिस्टल दिलाई, शील्ड और पिस्टल के साथ खेल रहा है ये आईसो.
He finds so much space and so much impact for like Althea to get those kills on the ISO, right? So I'm looking towards this one and I'm considering. Are we gonna see
2 लोग गैराज और मिड, 4 लोग लगभग मिड थे.
And garage splits are pivotal of a and they're already holding W into a like what can you do?
Yeah. Next he's gonna hold on for as long as he possibly can on the back of side there as forgive me, back of garage, outside of garage, as he's gonna wait for global Esports to make it. Towards this region, now they come, one for him, another one for Bob. No, it's gonna be Xavi to shut them down. As NAOS go for that aggression once again. They're not afraid of holding the front lines. Something that they should have considered on Sunset as well. But there's
क्या परफेक्ट उसने ब्लाइंड दिया बे ओमेन ने.
as something that they did with the Sunset B, right? Like in Sunset B, they go for that market hit. They want to go aggressive from the site itself instead of taking it directly from mid-region. So I feel like it's going to be interesting about how they treat this Haven Seaside similar to that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a pistol round gathered by NAOS, right? So if you're looking for differences, you are really looking for your rotation timing, I guess you'll say for NAOS, right? But you flip it on over to Global, and I'm kind of considering for them, what differences are they doing here compared to yesterday, right? 'Cause you saw the sloppiness, right?
Eco है इसलिए
for how
Eco में ये बेस्ट रहता है पैसे
run around the map a little bit for themselves as well.
ना हो तो एक जगह स्टैक करो या पुश करो एग्रेसिव पांचों.
It's a secondary round where they stack towards A. So you'll give this one, but come gun rounds, right? Are we seeing more aggression from Patrick? Are we seeing more setups to come through from Kalias? Like, these are the questions that I'm going to be asking to really see. How are you putting your player on the top pedestal, who's already nearing 50 kills for your team this best of 3?
Go.
Well, once again, we go on that eco, and Global Esports in this series have been pretty good on these rounds. As Deep Smoke comes in to try and let them get out of here. Ja initiates his shield as
पकड़ा जाएगा.
Perfect, both of them struggling.
अच्छा स्टन दिया था.
At the same time, better than one. Yuta finds one, makes it a double. Moser comes into the trade. The Paragon, but he spams them all down. But the damage done by
NT
is pretty significant.
NT यार. अच्छे किक डाउन निकाले.
Emin gonna try and run away with that Vandal, but
ये बचा हुआ है. Nice. अच्छा राउंड निकाला बे.
Vandal will be saved at the last second.
हो जाता.
And now it's going to be getting away with a scare.
Stun versus stun हुआ उधर.
Yeah, close at the end as well, right? Lots of kills to come through. It does look awkward. I saw that undercard go through and I'm thinking, no, yeah, pistols, you know, 1 or 2 shots, they're dead, they're vulnerable. No, it looks a little bit more awkward to come on through, but Moja stabilizes, and now Uni is the important one. Kills collected early.
Mojer भाई.
More vulnerability because of all of those light.
पहले 2 मैप नहीं चले. तीसरा मैच लगता है.
Strength over for Global.
Single handedly carry करेंगे.
You gotta be a little bit more cautious if you're playing by yourself as Udatan. At least you're still getting trapped by it currently. That wasn't spoke about that Shocky.
Oh no.
Allowed him to get in. Mosier, he's got an incision point here, and he could be dangerous. And he does. He gets away with it as well. All the way back towards A. He goes as instantly.
Ult आ गई बे इसकी. इसकी ult आ गई अभी से.
Mosier's ultimate now, thanks to that kill, will find the A side for themselves, which is completely, by the way, empty. A great sell from Mosier alone on that C side.
That's actually huge. The fact that he does pick up Dimensional Drift on the back of that kill actually means that they can full pivot and full path into this A side to establish an open home plan with a one-way. You have to go quick as Global.
Yeah, you have to, and they're going in as well. He gets through the trades are there, but now doing that bit as well. Too much chaos, stuff happening through walls and through smokes. But in the end, it's going to be NAOS coming back on top. Global Esports, they start off on Haven once again with a little bit of uncomfortability. But this kill, man, was everything for NAOS to win that round.
I mean, I'm thinking about the differences if Udatan finds that kill compared to not, right? You put a stopper on any C progression, Kazavi still falls back in that scenario to assist with the rest of the team now, changing course over towards A. You don't have the clearance factor of the whole side as well. You don't have the rotation. From Global, because they lose the C fight. They think the rotations are happening and they're not, and then they pay post. So really that first kill in the round kind of sets the scene for the whole remainder of the round, and we're back on the foot for Global Esports, where this alpha side yet again. They do take a bit of space, granted, deep up through long. It's still safeguarded by that deep trap wire, and poor
Pacific में क्या अपनी team
is in a 1 versus X scenario by his lones himself. Good for a bit of chipper damage.
यार कह नहीं सकते यार अभी positivity. At least VCT होने तो फिर कहेंगे कि खराब है कि नहीं, फिर देखते हैं। टेंशन मतलब भाई मैं ट्विटर पे बहुत पढ़ता हूँ, बट इस बार होप है अच्छा खेलेंगे, होप है भाई मुझे। कोई नहीं को था ब्रो, नेक्स्ट राउंड देखना जी निकालेगा। DFM थी पहले, DFM ब्लीड फिर जाता जी।
Yeah, bit of a leak over at this seaside at the moment as well, isn't there?
G is like 8th number ki
Facilities
team.
completely disrespected by shot bolts and by fake outs too, so I'm considering adjustment period is in order for global esports in that little scenario. Maybe a bit
DFM to sare mein sari.
play bodies a little bit closer. You know, there's no neon that's running in against you, right? There's still forward pathing from these players. If we're not seeing Moja gate crash deep in towards the site, you kind of can set yourself up for holding strong angles around the site. And you have to have this very real discussion. These are the sort of early scenarios that a team like NAOS will set you up for when you see the same sort of utility, you're expecting them to hit C and they immediately don't. It's another fake that comes through, right? So there's a very large importance right now on a good discussion and decision to be made for global esports. They've found some success creeping up through A, right? Are they going to try and get an operator on the A line? Or are they going to put Patrick over at the C line potentially? These are the things that you're kind of rambling against in your head. And
marketing, bro. Some companies are good at it.
Positionally, we're going to get the
performance now.
Peek down through sewers. Potentially Crystal sets them up with a dart. And they change it up where they have a little bit more...
मार्केट में कुछ कंपनियां ऐसी होती है जो ऐसी मार्केटिंग करती है नेक्स्ट लेवल पर लेकिन उनका प्रोडक्ट बिलर जो होता है
going to be aggressing on towards A and the cage is going to protect him. The camera's going to push him off as well. Ja has been reconned. He's going to get away from dodge right now and he knows that the op's here now. They know they gotta play safe. They're gonna do everything. The undercut, the paranoia, everything comes through. Xavi's entering the site. They push the op behind, and Mojer is gonna make sure that he does not push any further. Weapons being exchanged. But he's going a little too far. The one way wasn't necessary to be pushed there.
घुस गया अंदर. Nice.
Instantly.
Nice.
Capitalized.
Let's go. GE fighting. GE winning, bro.
Gave up his life, and that was the point where Global Esports said, "All right, that's it. Push it and take him out right now."
कैसे घुसे अंदर?
Yeah, on the board for them as well, right? You got the to come on down. You got the Hunter's Fury available to try and buy time.
इधर गलत पुश था.
Go time to get in there.
Alt मारी.
Early as global esports.
Breach ने कहाँ से stun दिया?
Left in the mix. You got a Hunter's Fury as your own as well, but it really is just no two left feet to
Breach ने flash दिया था ऊपर से.
Making sure it's one in front of the other. And the kills are being collected for him and the squad on global as well. So you're on the board, you reset yourselves mentally.
अरे mid पे तो एक कैमरा ही.
But I look towards the ultimate lineup on the side of NAOS and I think,
by mid
Fury still available.
छोड़ रहे खाली.
You've got, you know, Nexi as well available with the neural theft, but more importantly, mate, you've got Ja with the kill contract.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go for it right now. Yeah, there he goes. He's picked up somebody. It's gonna be Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly.
He's got the duel as well. He's gonna win that duel, and that's a free kill for him. Instantly, Patrick. He activates the other side of the map, but he's gonna lose that fight. And global esports.
जी की टीम में VLT की बंदा कैसे है? पहले वो VLT में था. VLT से लिया. 90 days में होता है ना कि नेम चेंज करने का. तो वो उसका अभी तक आया नहीं है. वो आएगा फिर वो नेम चेंज करेगा.
A little bit confused
क्योंकि
for a couple of members.
थोड़े दिन पहले ही VLT में लिया था. 2 महीने पहले. 4-5 महीने. 2-3 महीने पहले. अच्छा खेला ये. बहुत क्रैक प्लेयर है. बहुत ही ज़्यादा क्रैक प्लेयर है.
You lose your lightning guns over at the side of A as well, right? These two ultimates.
VLT ने सिंगापुर की टीम उठाई ने.
Resulting in great strength for NAOS at the end there.
जिसके अंदर टेस्ट डायरेक्टर वो सब है.
You see the neural theft go down, and you're always gonna understand from Yudotan. I want to get in to garage. I want to find some space. I want to try and get a pick and get out. You know, bring this round back into a workable scenario.
Hey, झंडा चेंज हो गया
at the end.
फिलीपींस की टीम उठाई my bad.
One on the escape, by the way.
That's correct.
So far for NAOS, this half is going swimmingly.
पहले योकम था.
Yeah, pretty smooth.
Transaction.
They've been, you know, really great utilization of that, you know, kill contract. They know exactly, you know, how to move in the minute they know that. Okay, you know what?
9वें महीने में किया था.
Site, we have to rush in as soon as possible, even if Ja loses that fight. But I think the big problem that ended up happening was Patrick's kind of impatience to kind of, you know, activate that overdrive and move in from the A main side, and he lost his life there as well.
He got caged off.
Exactly. So that was a problem. Now they're aggressing on C to get a little bit of information and close out this part of the map because now they've been abusing it every single round. Ja holds it down, and Global Esports with a deep smoke. Not too much control, but they have numbers here.
Don't.
Yeah, but the problem is, look at the utility field. A lot of it is peppered on through, but the bullets at the moment, they're trading in crossfires.
उसने स्प्रे नहीं किया क्या लॉन्ग से? उसने यहाँ से स्प्रे नहीं किया, किसी को कुछ पड़े ना डैमेज? पांचों लोग स्मोक से आ रहे थे धीरे धीरे करके। मैं तो सोचा कि पेल देंगे ये लोग।
They're gone.
Save simulator.
इधर राउंड चालू होने से पहले खत्म हो गया।
So there could be
क्लासिक खेल रहे हैं।
a little bit of a retake game.
इको था।
Could have helped them honestly because
इको
of
था
the
क्या?
pace.
My bad.
NAOS are constantly abusing that C site.
My bad,
I feel
bro.
like the Rolling Thunder is a really effective tool for them to kind of just push them out of the site. Take
रुद्राक्स भाई
fights,
सब
set up,
आपके जैसे
you know,
प्रो नहीं।
Patrick.
अरे मैंने ध्यान ही नहीं दिया। मैं
with
मिनी
that
मैप पे
ultimate
देखता रह गया।
that, you know, Kelly has
इको
been
था
quite
नहीं,
strong.
गन तो खरीदी है।
It's all going to be in question if at
इसके
all,
पास कैसे
if
गन
or
है?
not, Global Esports are going to
इको था क्या
actually,
गाइस?
you know, continue on that path of aggression on that C side or not. What do you think about it? Should they play a little bit safer now that they've got?
ना, इको तो नहीं था।
It is an eco, but I'm talking about the next
इको तो नहीं था।
Well, the problem is just individually, the kills aren't being collected for global. It doesn't really matter as a team at the moment, right?
आगे नहीं था, hello?
Isolation of a couple of
Twitch
these
पे
global
पीछे नहीं कर
kills,
सकते,
and
दिक्कत
it's
वहाँ
just
है।
the scaling of utility that now is throwing their way,
Flip करो,
changing
flip
it up
करके देखो
with this
पीछे।
utility dump pressure from this dry peaks coming on through. Now you're staring against dimensional drift, right? You still got that Hunter's Fury. If they get pinged out, general combo that comes on through.
गन थी।
Instead of utility to come out, and the kills are there. Finally won by Kelly's, but it's exactly what I see. It's like magic. You read the script. Dimensional drift, ping out an opponent, distract them out with the goo on the screen, and Hunter's Fury comes on through, and things just crumble for global.
Yeah, Crystal will find the one trade, and that's going to be it. It's still a 3 versus 2. It is actually doable. They've got 2 weapons now, and even though the drones are currently being exchanged, they've spotted one player. They know that Patrick has got a lot of utility. Recon's gone out. Stun comes through. He's missed that opportunity to take that kill down. Needs to slide out. No, he couldn't. He should have slid out there to probably take that first fight. It's going to be Xavi once again, standing alone on site, making sure he is going to be the first and last line of defense. 7-1 now. It's getting scary. Come on.
Time out लो बिडू।
I want to highlight
Time out. Hello.
the game yesterday.
Time out लिया ही नहीं अभी तक इन्होंने।
For Global Esports, they
Gain
found 8
मार दी
rounds on their
जी।
defensive side.
Time out तो लो।
You know, that was the closeout for the series, right? They had
Time out क्यों नहीं ले रहे?
rounds. The half was 5-7 by math.
कब लेंगे? 7-1 है भाई।
It's now 7.
Take the
for
fucking
NAOS on the
time out,
second
bro.
side. So literally anything extra is massive of change.
मुझे कॉल करना
We have
चाहिए।
guns, at least 4 global here, 2 light shields.
आज
but
जी के
it's,
घोड़े लगे
you know,
हुए।
just the pace change up once again for now. Back towards C.
अरे यार जब 2-0 होता है तब लगते हैं। आज इतने नहीं लगेंगे।
Get on through. The only difference being the global could have a very quick flank
अरे
and a player
जी के
advantage.
घोड़े मेन कब लगते हैं? वो जब ट्वीट करते हैं। वो ट्वीट ही नहीं करते। कल का स्कोर ही नहीं बताया कि वी वॉन, मतलब ये ऐसे ही मैच है। तो कहीं जगह तो चाहिए। अगर वो ऐसे करे कि वी वॉन 2-0, वी वॉन 2-1, दिस ये वो, तो नीचे कमेंट में आए। वो जी वाले ट्वीट ही नहीं करेंगे।
He was a little too late. Xavi expected it, but just the movement was a little too off. Emin has to go back. He's going to wait for Ja to come on from the other side. It's going to be clear. Raining shots from him. Only the one, though, for Ja. It's going to be Emin to clutch it up, but
Nice.
stands strong.
Nice.
Finds the second.
मुझे कॉल करो guys.
I think they've heard you. 7 should be the max.
You need Rudrax Gaming as coach.
Yeah, I'm looking at the end there as well, right? And when you've got a player that has a lot of hours, like Parpy on an Omen, for example, I'll use in this scenario, when you've got Eman coming through on that one, I see a dark cover available, and I'm thinking to myself, a one-way on top of the site there, you can try to tickle the
G के GG हो गया।
there, but they end up both facing, right?
Nah, bro, G winning.
Forward off the spike.
Copium, Hopium,
These little individual
Fenatile,
characters on these
सब
certain
कुछ
agents when you're not
ले रखा है।
familiar with them.
G will come
But
back,
I'm
bro,
seeing for now
from
Stadium
2-7.
but for Global Esports, a golf clap for getting that retake.
मैं टेढ़ा बैठा हूँ, मुझे वो बीमारी हो
They
गई
get
है।
in the window.
तुमने बोला कि इसको मैं टेढ़ी हो गई।
Together as a unit.
हमें राइट साइड में घूमना ताकि मेरी कमर सीधी हो जाए। पूरे मैच राइट साइड में घूमना।
Yeah, that's a big kill there from Patrick. Secures the A main side completely, and there goes an ultimate. Looking for him and found himself, and he was just not ready to expect Kelly as they're coming in that late. Global Esports proactiveness is working for them. They're getting aggressive, and it's rewarding them with map control and a lot of kills. But Xavi, he gets both of them back from the grave. What the hell is that?
ये तो में भी खा रही है। फेंटानाइल को कैसे प्रोनाउंस करते हो उसको? कोई अच्छा प्लेयर लेके तो आएंगे। हाँ सीधा आरडीएक्स भाई को अपॉइंट करना तो मजा आएगा। यस ब्रो, आई एम द लास्ट होप ऑफ जीई।
Another scenario for global esports where it's a
मेरे को कोच नहीं एज अ प्लेयर लव ब्रो। बेस्ट इनिशिएटिव।
Pathing away from the utility at the moment, but a plant for back site. You hear what Sova's over towards there, but
head coach
the remaining two are. It really does just come.
Abhinay and Divyans,
I'm even looking at
duelist.
You've got over on the side.
Me initiator.
Ignore the ISO for that matter. You've got a Harness Fury, right? That is your contingency.
Yes, bro.
Cool. Not even needed.
Phenyl नहीं, मैं phenyl अलग होता है। Fitanile अलग होता है वो।
But they just give it away almost. It felt like Xavi just kind of peeked them for free, and he got 2 kills like it was nothing.
लेकिन उसने इधर अल्ट क्यों मारा? अगर अल्ट इधर मारता, मतलब खाली मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, ये ओपन में अल्ट क्यों मारा? यहाँ से भी दिख जाता, इसको पकड़ लेते, यहाँ से भी पकड़ लेते, इधर या इधर मार सकता था ना, या लोकेशन के लिए देखने के लिए। फास्ट रोटेशन दिया भाई, फुल फास्ट रोटेशन देख रहे हो? नाइस, एक किल निकाला। 50 हो सकता है। रोटेशन दे दिया।
Kind of feels like it might, kind of trickle into that tangent, because right now global esports have stuck their gut of sticking outside that C site. All 4 are here, just the one player hoping that nobody flanks them from B, as NAOS just quietly find their space into the B site.
हाँ बी जाएंगे, स्मोक देगा दिए, राइट स्मोक दिया, ठीक है। और प्लांटिंग, ये मरेगा, ये मरेगा, मरा।
Well, you called it. There he goes. He's gotten the first, and now there's 3 more to go. Just preemptively making sure nobody's coming in through that smoke. So that
4v3 अल्ट है, निकाल लेंगे, जी निकाल लेगी राउंड।
Patrick finds a second, and once again it's the overdrive that's creating the chaos, creating the difference, and he's gonna make it work all the way.
Crazy bro, crazy.
Demolishing them.
इस गेम के बाद ग्रुप में
Who would win? 4 fully
भाई वॉच पार्टी में लिखा था रूल में कि टीम के बारे में खराब नहीं बोलना। I mean not disrespect type, गाली गलौच ऐसा ऐसा।
That is disgusting.
ये मैच के बाद वाइन पियेंगे ब्रो, फिनाइल कौन पिएगा? GE ऑनर W। Best bro, G is the best team. Honor is the W honor. Best in the world. GE fighting, GE winning.
It's great when it's for your team. Yeah, it's great when it's for your team, but when
GE on D, yes.
Maybe you see Dambi in the regular season doing this to you.
Demon one, मतलब इसको निशान पड़ गए। अच्छा निशान कैसे था? अभी ऐसा था, अभी निशान आया था इसको। फिल्टर लगा रखा है इन लोगों ने।
Was probably the decisive blow to Riot to recognize that.
यार मेरे को अपना कीबोर्ड ऐसा रखना है।
Little bit.
और मेरे को ये आर्म चाहिए, आर्म खरीदना पड़ेगा। बहुत महंगा आता है ये। ये आर्म बहुत महंगा आता है।
Right, and you got to be in the right position. So he's done well to at least try and bring a sense of recovery in towards the server at the moment, but I mean, there's still death by 1,000 cuts for the team of global esports on this defensive side right now, and there's not enough bandages to stem the bleeding.
आज पीसी साइड में रख दिया। वो क्रिस्टल बहुत लात मारता है पीसी को, तो पीसी इसका बंद हो जाता है। वो जैसे मरता है तो लात मारता है भाई, उसको लात मारने की आदत है रशियन जो है। तो पीसी आज बाहर रख दिया, कल पीसी बंद हो गया तो उसने लात मारा ना खींच के। भाई लगता है इस क्रिस्टल के लिए स्पेशल 3-4 पीसी ले रखे हैं।
A site's been
लात मार मार के तोड़ देता है हर महीने.
Now says they once again find their footsteps treading towards that C site. Crystal gonna slowly creep up with
इंसान भी मारते हैं भाई. UFC में भी मारते हैं लात.
The entire side. The tripwire is going to be broken pretty quickly as well. And now they're going to instantly on the back of that react to the C side.
You and me. Yeah, that trip is go time into
ये जा तो बूंद मार रहा है भाई.
the ultimate to a different location too. So me
पेल दिया उसको. Ultimate पेल दिया.
It's going to be another 5 versus 3 that they now
ATV No way, 5v3 मत हारना. 5v3 मत हारना. Please.
It's gonna be Patrick.
Please.
Xavi taps him out. It's gonna be Crystal.
Please.
Nexi keeping things alive at the moment. He's got Emmett to help him out. There comes the new theft. He's gonna try and stick the defuse.
Oh, hey!
Nexi on the reload. He gets it. He puts it in the last
0.03.
God.
0.03. 3v5 हार गए.
If you're Nexi there, you have to have your crosshair almost at the right position for when that ping of the neural theft comes out to win that one. If you're off by the size of your opponent's head at that distance, you don't get the kill. And you don't get the round. 0.03, man.
फिर बैठ के दूसरी साइड. My bad. मेरे को याद दिलाते रहना. Right side ऐसे.
He didn't have the hat.
Yes.
He already used his neural theft.
He used
He's hatless
as well. Yeah.
आज का हो गया.
Man,
oh
boy, just look
unlucky.
Look at this. He's reloading, and he just gets off the reload at probably 0.04 to re-equip the gun and get the single tap.
Pistol चाहिए. ये pistol मिला.
Insane.
तो मजा आ जाएगा.
I can already see Boom Esports.
ये pistol चाहिए.
Final in Pacific, man. Dreadful times. Now it's gonna continue on their stride.
4v5 pistol. Oh, damage.
Well, got shock dart, I will add. Causing some positions to be noted down deep in mid as well. But Jar has been spotted out in the front of B.
Nice. Nice, bro. Nice flash. Nice entry. 3v3.
Nexi does get one.
3v3.
Back.
Nice, Kelly's.
Almost got taken out.
2v2.
There, but Global Esports will instantly on the back of that kill travel
ये
to
चाहिए.
the A side and make sure that's where they get the spike down to the ground. It's a 2 versus 2. And Kelly's is actually pretty low right now.
Perfect. बहुत बढ़िया stun भाई. बहुत बढ़िया stun.
Pretty lucky that Poppy
बहुत बढ़िया stun, bro. दोनों साथ में पिक लेंगे. Come on, Kelly's.
As a team, comparable HP at the beginning of this one, but Eman, he has the betterment of it in the end on a Kelly. Yes, I was looking uni at that 2 versus 2. The Omens had the HP. It was the other guys that did not. And for Eman, he's able to close that one down. I like the assault onto B. Don't get me wrong from Global. I'm just surprised that they actually did decide to go back over towards the A side because the trade, the fact that Moja gets Crystal, if it does go the other way, the round probably does end differently. The round probably does go towards Global. And I'm exactly on par with what you say as well. I'm surprised that Papu didn't spray the smoke when the fault line goes through and they're jumping it.
Timeout ही नहीं ले रहे.
You could hear him jumping pretty clearly. I think even a bullet or 2 would have helped a lot.
Force by किया.
But now
Coach तो अलग ही सदमे में होगा.
They get the air advantage, and the outlaw comes out, and instantly he's gone. He's out of there. Leaf in the wind. Poppy does get the trade though. Xavi overstayed his welcome. Opened up, unless of course Nexi has something to say about it. This force fight from Global is going to be proved to be make or break, because if they don't win this round, it might be the end of this series right here. Because they'll get to 11, and it's going to be Nico, which will give them match point.
Maybe they are not using the strat of
mountain to climb and you don't have
VCT. ऐसा लोग बोलेंगे, fans बोलेंगे. They are hiding their strat for VCT, guys. They are playing this as a
playing around this A site. You still got Nexi with his camera available.
Whatever.
Got the trapway there as well. He's the one who's low on HP, however.
Like
with nothing seen
unranked
over towards the B side as well. I think NAOS are cottoning on to the idea that it was just a time reset back over towards this A site. Great dark cover timing. There's not much you can do about that if you are Global Esports now.
मैं स्टैट से चलो सारे मैच तो गए. बताओ.
that undercut was perfect for Mojo to get in at the right time. Take that kill onto.
अब किससे हाइड करना है स्ट्रेट? T1 टीम से VCT में देखना इनके स्ट्रेट। भाई मैं रो देगा भाई अगर VCT में अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस नहीं किया तो। इस बार फुल पॉजिटिविटी के साथ आया कि GE जीतेगी।
Yeah, I mean, we did hear it from Juvenile as well earlier on, right?
Now the opponent को मारो, wow भाई, बहुत depth strat bro.
Results that they come up with in
Gajab strat.
Grimbucks, I'm mentioning it. They come out good, right? They do. So this is the perfect opportunity for Global Esports to recognize a lot of the weaknesses that this game will provide.
वापिस बाय किया.
To build strength, to
वापिस बाय किया.
continue a growth.
हाँ, वापिस बाय किया.
Which is exactly what they're looking for right now. But for now, I mean, they're still looking for that on their own.
पिछली बार ब्लीड से जीती भाई.
Well, you look at that one. He actually drops the first.
ब्लीड से जीतती है जी. तो मस्त पॉइंट्स मिल जाते हैं, इसलिए ऊपर आ जाती है. अब खाली DFM है.
Little bit, but he's still well and alive. Could probably swap up the weapon that he's got.
भाई अब तो इंडियन प्लेयर्स भी नहीं लिए भाई, अब तो जितना होगा. भाई अब तो इंडियन प्लेयर्स भी नहीं लिए ब्रो. अब तो जितना होगा.
I'm not sure they expect this. Perfect. Xavi gets the first one, and instantly Global Esports are now stunned to go back, and Emin just stops them in their tracks. Kelly will get the trade back, but now.
चलो अच्छा है भाई 3v3 तो हुआ.
The recon's both of them. Crystal's gonna get Xavi. Yeah, and they're now just going all out to fight this out.
Nice.
Must have been a little bit easier, but now it's a 1v2, and both these players.
भाई मोजर पे लेगा ब्रो. मोजर पे लेगा क्योंकि हेल्थ ही नहीं है, 25 हेल्थ है. निकाल देगा. मोजर निकाल देगा भाई. Bro, everything like this move, bro. What the fuck?
Where is the idea that one's coming from there? That is shambles. And now it is match point and series point to NAOS, and there's 9 of them.
Yeah, there are 9 of them. The biggest issue.
क्योंकि मोजर पहले 2 मैच चला ही नहीं, पहले मैप 2 1 मैप और 2 नहीं चला. मैप 3 में मार रहा है.
Still stuck to that fight, and they brought it down. The 2 players who were there, they just committed. They said, okay, you know what? No matter what, we're gonna get away with as many kills as we can. And they made sure that the situation at least came down to a doable one for Mojo.
3-12.
Honestly, now it's kudos, man. Great stuff from them.
Not enough. Yeah, early peak.
Sexy shot, bro. Sexy.
Expecting a better result, and he finds the greater one. The star player on the roster for Global Esports taken down. Gotta say, Patrick has had a phenomenal series over the first 2 maps. You've also
yes.
Still available
Indori
when
Beast.
they do start to
bro, come back from 3-12. Imagine, bro. Imagine GE winning this match in the OT with 14-12, bro.
Much of a fortified wall to go.
The best team in the world is GE. 4v5 निकालेंगे GE, and then we will go 12-12 with the help of Yokam, Crystal, Kalias, Papi Chulo, and Udotan.
And while the stack on A is gonna be
we winning, guys. We are coming back from T12, 3-12. Let's show them why we are T1. Why are we the franchise team? Today is the day, guys.
And take deep space, though. I feel like Global at the moment. You can't allow for the dimensional drift to come through, which they do. And now Jar finds Crystal. Things go from bad to worse as it's all coming to a close. I don't know how Xavi managed to find one there. Positions found on Yudo Khan with the neural theft coming on out, but Jar is
come on, Kalias!
At the moment for 3.
Come on!
To the defuse, do they know where Mojo is? The neural theft again, but the defuse is just being stuck at the moment. They say nay, as Mojo will put a close on this one, and Jar with the defuse. Universe, it's 13-3 to NAOS. Oh Lord,
वो खुश हो गया, वो कोने वाला खुश है.
Man, that was
आज ये खाएंगे बाजी पाव. बाजी पाव खेलेंगे, खाएंगे भाई आज ये लोग.
Really good and pretty
खुश हो गए भाई. आज ये पिज्जा बर्गर खाएंगे. क्रिस्टल इज सो सैड. पीसी बाहर लगाए. लात मार. पीसी तोड़ दे. लात मार के.
A lot of loops to fix, man.
लात मार के पीछे तोड़ दे.
A lot of it, of course, includes the fact that they need to kind of maybe learn
वॉच पार्टी कर करके
take
चैनल कर रहे हो
space
वापस
away
एक्टिव
from
कर
NAOS
कांग्रेचुलेशन
because
जी
NAOS have been pushing
क्या
how many
ट्वीट करूं ब्रो
extremities on their defensive side. How many times have we seen?
I think that really leans in towards that composition though as well to a degree, right? Where both of these teams have to play these comps to,
क्या
to
ट्वीट
their
करूं
difference
ब्रो लेट्स
because
सी
of what information you can find, because of what other damage you can deliver with your utility as well, right? So I think it does make it a
हॉकी
little
देखना
bit
पड़ेगा
more
मुझे
awkward for Global to really stave off any aggression and position walking that NAOS are able to do. And I mean, Jar again, probably MVP, right? He's just been an absolute menace on that ISO.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I support them.
Bro, he's shown
I support
how
them.
crazy that ISO has been.
बंद हो जा टंटू भाई
That it's still viable,
बंद हो जा
in the right team.
आर मत कर
But hey, just to remind all the viewers, guys, the team is still pretty fresh, it's still pretty new, and do not judge a team by just this one little series. We've got a season to look forward to. It's the showmatch. They're still trying to run into where they feel the best. They're trying to settle into their nerves, and they're just feeling what is good for them and what isn't, and they'll figure out hopefully in the next 2 months. But let's have a look at the numbers, shall we? Just figure out a bunch of crunches here, and pretty clearly Moser and Job out in front, the MVPs of this game, both the duelists.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers look a little bit smaller compared to our first two maps, right? Just by the sample set of rounds that we managed to get, with both map 1 and 2 ending in a 13-10. Firstly,
एस्केरोसी नशे में था हार जीतने वालों को बाजीगर कहते हैं ये ट्वीट करूं
earlier on, right? He was expecting Jar to still bring
हार
out,
कर
expecting that potential Fnatic comp to come on out, and
जीतने
but I was kind of questioning, right?
वाले
Try to emulate Fnatic generally struggle. We didn't really see that from Moja and Jar. They played it the way that they should. They had assistance from Xavi as well coming through with his recons. They had Eman. I mean, good timing on the smoke. I'm giving a lot of credit to Eman as well. The amount of
हाँ एस्केरोसी में जी में था मार के भगा दिया उसे एस्केरोसी नशे में था एस्केरोसी जी में था बाय द वे टूर्नामेंट काम देखता हूँ जी टीम कहाँ से बिलोंग करती हूँ गलत ही फीड है तुम्हारा ये क्या आ रहा है वीसी
takes that they did multiple number of times
in
their attack, without that
what the fuck ट्वीट करो जी इज नॉट फाइटिंग भाई जी को बहुत ट्रोल किया है ब्रो मैं अब नहीं करना चाहता थक गया भाई ट्रोल कर करके यू डोंट नो भाई मैं कितना ट्रोल किया है ट्विटर पे
maybe the composition itself we'll find out, right? But yeah,
हैमर से मारा
once again to the drawing board before we prepare for tomorrow's matches and see what exactly is going to be in store for that.
भाई ये रिक्शा वाला इतना क्या है अबे हथौड़ा लेके आ गया व्हाट द फक
You know, in Juvi's mind, they know that NAOS are sharp, and they know that Jar is really good on the ISO, and
सेम कैसे तो ऐसी गप से नहीं देखूंगा ये क्या है ए वायरल वीडियो ऑफ डॉक्टर एंड स्टाफ पासिंग
level of obliteration and cohesiveness from NAOS.
True. I think that, even though
भाई गलती फिर भाई
for that
अगर
because he did mention that he expects Ja to pick up
टैग रुचिंदर सिन्हा नहीं भाई जी की पिंग ओजी से ज्यादा थी
a little bit of an
what the fuck
himself itself to see what exactly happened, what did the team think about
getting smoked by NAOS is crazy.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the coach will tell
these people are so fake Lampao.
Please let us down,
bring back Polly is a trash bro Polly is a trash.
Hey boys, yeah, I mean, it's our first time actually playing against.
They were the ones spreading unreal hatred toward Podway. Now they, after watching a simple so match with few mistakes, they are the ones starting. Come on. Yeah, मैं तो stick कर रहा हूँ bro. Fuck Polly. What the fuck? ये क्या आ रहा है? भाई मेरे को अपनी feed improve करनी है. Not interested in this post. Not interested in this post. ये कौन है पड़वा? Not interested in this post. Not interested in this post. Thumb, power of thumb. DX भाई वेरी नोटी. भाई क्या देख रहे हो स्टीम पे? अरे आ रहा है, मैं क्या करूं? Not interested in this post. I started watching तक. भाई फॉलोइंग ही सही है भाई, फॉलोइंग देखो. बेस्ट. फॉलोइंग देखो भाई. पैट्रिक, कैलियस, क्रिस्टल, ओडोतान, पापी चूलो, 3347. चलो तुम IGL हो, अंडरस्टैंड ब्रो, तुम IGL हो, बट एटलीस्ट सूट मैन, एटलीस्ट सूट. इनमें IGL कौन है? इनका IGL कौन है? कहाँ नाउस कौन सी टीम है भाई? T2. नाउस इज फ्रॉम फिलीपींस. ये भी तो फिलीपींस के 3 प्लेयर थे, 1 2 3. इनका IGL कौन है नाउस का? हु इज IGL ऑफ नाउस? इमैनुअल मोरेल्स, ईमान. ये खेला भी है क्या? अच्छा, इनिशिएटर स्मोक. ओके भाई क्या बोले अब ब्रो? नाउस से हार गए यार. हाँ, getting smoked by Naos is crazy. Need more practice. Anti. Bro, मेरे को लगता है मेरे को क्रिस्टल और वो सब अनफॉलो कर देंगे. क्रिस्टल भाई, यू आर द बेस्ट ब्रो. अबे क्रिस्टल की स्पेलिंग क्या है? What the fuck? गाइस, क्रिस्टल की स्पेलिंग क्या है? Follows you. Crystal by number 1 player. Number 1 player, bro. Yeah. Number 1 player, Crystal भाई. दूसरा कौन था? कैलियस या पैट्रिक? योकम. नंबर 1 प्लेयर. नंबर 1 प्लेयर ब्रो. बाकी 3 नंबर 2 प्लेयर जो मुझे फॉलो नहीं करते. नंबर 2 प्लेयर नहीं, ये तो पापी तो नंबर 3 है. उडोतान नंबर 2. कैलियस अच्छा खेला यार. कैलियस बहुत अच्छा खेला. हार्डीएक्स भाई कम थोड़ी है. ना भाई तो वे तुम्हें फॉलो क्यों करते हैं? बिकॉज मेरे को तो बहुत सारे फॉलो करते हैं. बिकॉज मैं ट्विटर में बहुत एक्टिव था. ट्विटर पे मतलब ट्विटर, यू नो देम? नो. बट मैं ट्विटर में मैंने बहुत बकचोदी पी ली है वैलोरेंट रिलेटेड भाई. बहुत ट्रोल किया है. VLT को बहुत ट्रोल किया, ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट को बहुत ट्रोल किया. ऑफिसर ब्ले फॉलो करता है. ठीक है, मैं दिखाता हूँ इंडियन प्लेयर कौन कौन फॉलो करता है मुझे. दिखाता हूँ, देखो गाइस. अबे इंडियन प्लेयर कहाँ गए पे? अबे इंडियन प्लेयर का है. फॉलोइंग में जाके दिखाऊं क्या? आई थिंक फॉलोइंग में जाके दिखाना चाहिए. ये तो G2 प्लेयर को फॉलो, देखो पैट्रिक को फॉलो करता है. क्रिस्टल, ओके, फॉलोइंग में दिखेंगे. चल बे, जल्दी जल्दी चल। बैटमैन, टीआर का प्लेयर, रेकनिंग का प्लेयर, नहीं ये नहीं कर रहा, ठीक है। रेकनिंग का प्लेयर, रेकनिंग का प्लेयर, ओजी का माकावेली। मैं ओजी में था पहले, आई वॉज इन औरंगटन। औरंगटन का ट्विटर G2 एमी को फॉलो करते। यस ब्रो, एमी इज अ वेरी गुड प्लेयर, वेरी गुड। अरे मैं पहले औरंगटन में था, औरंगटन का ट्विटर हैंडल करता था, तो मैंने उधर बहुत बकचोदी पे ली है। ओ ओ ओ ऑनर द ग्रेट फॉलो करता है भाई, बहुत डेंजर कोच है। अबे प्लेयर्स कहाँ हैं भाई, प्लेयर्स आओ। रुको गाइस, बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स हैं सच में। वेट, साढ़ो प्लेयर कहाँ गए? जल्दी जल्दी स्क्रॉल करना पड़ेगा। वेट ब्रो, ट्रिस्ट पहले था, अब वेलोरेंट को वेट कर रहा है, कोई इसके पास और नहीं है। ला 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 ला, ला वेट करो गाइस, वेट। अबे साड़ो, कहाँ गए तुम? कहाँ गए बेड़ू? सागनिक, प्रोफेशनल स्पोर्ट फ्लोर, ये पीएस खेलता है, क्या बोलते हैं, प्ले स्टेशन पीएस बोल रहा हूँ, एफएस, एफएस नहीं, फीफा। टोरली, टोरली पहले ओरेंगटन में थी, ये गेम चेंजर खेलती है। एरुमा, ये भी स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर है, लड़कियों वाली। रेकनिंग प्लेयर, ये कोच, अभी कोच ढूंढ रहा है। अब ढूंढना होता तब नहीं मिलते। बहुत लंबी लिस्ट है भाई मेरी। डैम, ये कौन है बे? अच्छा, पोकेमोन यूनाइट का लिखा है तो फॉलो यू, यहाँ ये फॉलोज यू। मैं अपनी फॉलोइंग में दिखा रहा हूँ, जो मुझे फॉलो बैक करते हैं उधर लिखा आता है फॉलोज यू। ये पोकेमोन यूनाइट का प्लेयर, ये औरंगोटन में था, इकुरा, ये जापानीज प्लेयर है, सिंगड़ी। ये फीफा प्लेयर है, इसके लिए मुंबई अल्ट्रास स्पोर्ट्स एंड केरला ब्लास्टर के लिए। वेलो टू एशिया भी फॉलो करता है, डैम। अबे कितनी लंबी लिस्ट है। एक्स वेलोरेंट प्लेयर, गॉडलाइक में था, नाउस में था ये पहले, ये फॉलो करता है। हेड कोच ऑफ नासर ये नासर स्पोर्ट्स, पहले वीएलटी का कोच था ये, वो फॉलो करता है। एक्सी वीएलआर, ओजी का प्लेयर। एस्ट्रो वीएलआर, फिलीपींस का प्लेयर है, अभी टीम ढूंढ रहा है, फॉलो करता है, ठीक है। फिर आर यू, पहले ट्रू रिपर में था, फिलीपींस का प्लेयर, फॉलो करता है। डिस्ट्रप फॉलो करता है, ये पहले ट्रू रिपर्स में था, ठीक है। रैबिट एफपीएस कोच है, कोच था पहले, अभी टीम ढूंढ रहा है। ये चिल कॉड का प्लेयर, ओजी का हॉक्स, नहीं ये भी किस में है? अच्छा नहीं, ये दूसरा हॉक्स है, ये तो राइटिंग करता है। टेक्नो फॉलो करता है। भाई आप इतने मौजी इंसान हो भाई। मैं ट्विटर पे बहुत बकचोदी पी ली, तुमने देखा नहीं है। टेक्नो फॉलो करता है। डोमिनिक खेलतुजाड़, म्याओ 16 के, जोस VLR, ये पिछले साल रेवेनेंट में था जोस। कीरी ये पहले ग्लोबल स्पोर्ट्स फिनिक्स में थी, लड़कियों वाली टीम में। ये पहले कार्निवल में था, वैलोरेंट प्लेयर जो भी आई थी। ओजी का कोच। लेवी मोगो में। मेरे को एक इंटरनेशनल चाहिए। मेरे को लगता है इंटरनेशनल बकचोदी पे पर बहुत टाइम वेस्ट होता है यार इन सब में। इन सब में बहुत टाइम वेस्ट होता है। जपीप्स रिटायरमेंट ले ली, ये लड़की प्लेयर है। कोहली, कोहली भाई। सीवी ये पहले, अब रिटायर हो गया ना सीवी। टीम ही नहीं है कोई इसके पास। कोलोई, ये इसकी ब्लीड ब्लीड में वो बंदा है ना, इसकी गर्लफ्रेंड है। ये भी डेरियन की गर्लफ्रेंड है ये पहले ओरेंगटन में थी क्लोई। हिक्का एक्स प्रोफेशनल प्लेयर। काकारोट, ये भी इंडिया में खेलने आया था। आरवी के। काफी लंबी लिस्ट है, एक सेकंड फटाफट जाता हूँ, फटाफट करता हूँ। रौनक बीजी माई प्लेयर, पहले सोल में जो जीते नहीं थे, पहले 4 थे, मॉर्टल और वो सब। विम्प अभी कोई टीम में नहीं है, पहले विम्प था, TR में था। डेडली 10 रेकनिंग। अबे को हो गया, सब चले गए भाई। गर्वित, ये CS2 में चला गया, CS2 में चला गया। Tier 6 प्रो टर्न्ड MBPS स्टूडेंट। अच्छा MBPS। SOP OG, अंकित OG, ट्रिगर OG, BGMI प्लेयर वाले सब। ये असिस्टेंट कोच था OG का स्काई। सब चलेगा भाई, ठीक है बंद कर देता हूँ भाई, नहीं दिखा रहा। तुमने ही पूछा यार, मैं तो दिख ला, 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 लिस्ट जा ही जा कर रही है। सब चलेगा भाई, छोड़ो यार। गेम खेलने से व्यूज आएंगे, फॉलो इंग्लिश भाई ऐसे ही दिखा रहा था भाई। ट्रेनिंग शुरू करो और स्पोर्ट जाओ और तो यन स्पाइक और नाम रोशन करो। मेरी उम्र गई ब्रो, मेरी उम्र जा चुकी है। 540 हुआ है। पूछू फोन करके दोस्त से कितने बजे आने का है। यार किसी ने इतना ट्वीट हुआ ही नहीं। अगर 2-0 हारते ना तो ज्यादा लोग ट्वीट करते हैं। तेरा हो गया। जी वर्सेस रेयर ओटम भाई, कल रेयर ओटम से ना हार जाए। पापी वर्सेस नाओस। देखते हैं इधर क्या कुछ इन्होंने ट्वीट किया तो कुछ आया है, नहीं कोई कुछ करने ही नहीं आया अभी, नहीं हुई परसेंट इतनी। फैंसी फैमिली बुक्ड फॉर मैन सुसाइड ऑन एफबी लाइव। श्रीयम तिवारी का आधा घंटा पहले कॉल आया। हाँ बोलो भाई। हेलो, कॉल किया आपने? आधे घंटे पहले आया था। ठीक है, कोई दूसरे सीरियल का है, इसका नंबर ही डिलीट मारने दो। एडिट कॉन्टैक्ट, डिलीट, डन। सत्ताईस % बैटरी। Damn, the new G roster look late. अच्छा, सिक्सटी FPS फ्री अवेलेबल ऑन PS5। तो पहले 60 FPS आते नहीं थे क्या? कितने कितने बजे आने का है? ना ना, कितने बजे आने का है वो बता। क्या हो गई? क्या हो गई? हाँ तो मैं अभी थोड़ी आऊंगा, जब फंक्शन होगा तब आऊंगा ना। अभी मैं अभी निकलूंगा तो 6 बजे पहुंचूंगा। मैं घर पे जा रहा हूँ, ऑफिस को स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ मैं। चलो मैं घर पे जाता हूँ, आता हूँ। चल ठीक है। क्या खाया आज? तो बहुत कुछ खाया भाई, फंक्शन था, बहुत कुछ खाया आज। अलग अलग टाइप की सब्जियां थी, स्टार्टर थे, जूस पिया। जूस बहुत पिया मैंने, 5-6 गिलास जूस पी लिया।
मैं दूध का बड़ी हूँ, मैं भी ना डालती तो ऐसा। नहीं 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 नहीं, बता दूध का तल्ले दी। एक फ्रापा तो मैं सो जाएगी अभी। एक फ्रापा लगता है जमीन के अंदर तल जाएगी। अरे कोई ये थी चल भाग नहीं। बोल लेगी हो, इनाया के सामने बोल लेगी भी हो। ओह ये मैं कैसे डालूंगी? मैं दूध का बड़ी हूँ, मैं भी ना डालती तो ऐसा। नहीं 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 नहीं।
किसको ऐड किया? Right, please nerf Omen at 75% picket this Omen. Claw Harbor Bream combine at 15%. Now check Omen Wounded versus alternative. Should not be hot take, but is visit teams running 5-star Astra when compositionally appreciate. Will do better next year and will slowly become the meta for the best team. Miss me with this. We don't have extra play. You got 5 months of season. This is pre-extra buff. And even then siege is omen in multiple map minimum 4000 round. ये कैसा डेटा मिला इसको पास है? एक्स्ट्रा वाइपर बाइंड पे वाइपर चाहिए, हेवन में क्लो, ओ स्प्लिट में एक्स्ट्रा, एसेंट पे एक्स्ट्रा, आइस बॉक्स, वाइपर, लोटस, वाइपर, सनसेट, क्लो, तो हेवन मैं हेवन और एसेंट में कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ मैप में। हेवन मैप अच्छा ये हेवन है 1 2 3 तो हेवन में क्लो का विन रेट जाता है। सनसेट, एबिस, ओमेन, ओमेन खाली एबिस पे जाता है। चलो बाय, गुड नाइट गाइस, गुड नाइट।